Hey everyone, welcome to Snarf Talk with Chris.
And Jerry.
And this is our podcast where we give you a behind-the-scenes look as we create a comic book.
We're going to talk about TV, movies, comic books, and hopefully have a lot of guests, other writers, creators, and friends.
Check us out at snarfcomics.com. You can check out our blog and follow along with everything we got going on. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Snarf Comics. And please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes.
Enjoy the episode. Hey, and we're back at the Snarf Talk studio.
What is up?
That's gonna be my legit radio voice.
We're gonna start being like shock jocks.
Yeah. Hey,
it's Jerry and the Bean.
it's Jerry and the hog. Nah, you're not the hog.
Am I the hog?
That was kind of mean. I didn't mean it as you are the hog. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Looks like I'm finding some troubles.
It's just like, it reminds me of Wayne's World, because it's like Handsome
Everything
Dan.
reminds you
I know.
of Wayne's World.
I love Wayne's World, but it's Handsome Dan and Mr. Scream. He's like, what's that? How does he do it? I don't know. He screams, and it's funny. And then they go in and they think Handsome Dan's one guy because he's super like handsome, but it's actually like this ugly little guy that looks sweaty. It's funny.
I don't have any memory of what you're talking about.
Well, because you're awful and you don't like Wayne's World.
No,
we discussed that before, actually.
Yeah, we do. I do like Wayne's World. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Well, I love it. And if you want to know how much I love it, go ahead and check back on the podcast, because we talk about that on our top 20 movies.
That's right.
Of all time.
So, we're back on a steamy Tuesday.
It is kind of steamy.
It was warm.
It was
warm
lovely, if you ask me.
We have a nice special guest sitting in here.
Once again.
Second visit.
In 3 weeks?
Actually, like fourth for Rio, but second since the inception of Snarf Talk.
Yeah, second one that is like a professional visit.
Yeah, it's like a professional visitor. Young Nathan.
How's it going, guys?
Pagoda, Mr. Pagoda.
Yep.
That's the man of few words, but many talents.
Yes. Few words and even fewer talents, actually.
Yeah.
That was mean.
Did you, we had some good feedback from your episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
But none of it was about you.
Oh, well.
Oh, shit.
How does he do that? So Chris just literally ripped his entire microphone off of the stand.
That's what I get for being an asshole.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Karma.
Okay.
No, I was just joking. For real though, I did listen to that podcast back, and I think Nate, you said like 5 words.
Yeah, well.
It was.
Were you nervous? Was that your first?
Yeah, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, I did not talk like at all.
Were you nervous during the podcast?
That's okay.
Yeah, I've never done one before. Now I got the itch.
Well, that's not really true.
I'm telling you, I text Chris all the time, and I'm like, dude. I'm like fiending for a podcast.
I got the itch too, but it's not podcast related.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a powder for that, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they made powders for that.
Yeah, they do.
Got a powder for everything.
Yeah, you put it right in your pee hole. I'm serious. It's painful, but it works. It's painful at first, but you get used to it.
60% of the time, it works every time.
60% of the time, she works.
So what's been going on?
Every time. Well, Snarf Talk team and had their practice again today.
Yeah. Second practice.
It's
looking pretty good.
Yeah.
It actually is. I think they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, batting tonight for the first go-round.
Well, you were on the batting station. I didn't see how anybody batted.
We got some work.
Is that the proper
batted
past participle?
It is batted.
Okay.
There's some work to be done, but they're like super new. Not a single one of them, basically, except for Cash, has swung a bat before.
Yeah.
So, it'll be fine. It's fun. So. It's really fun. Grady's got his first game tomorrow. Ooh. And here's a good story. So we are getting ready for our games. We get our uniforms last weekend. They're really nice uniforms. I didn't look at it Friday night because I was like, yeah, we got our uniform, whatever. Went over to Keith's house. We had to stuff some eggs for the old egg hunt thing on this Saturday. And then Saturday morning, I wake up and Amy's like, did you get Grady's uniform? I said, yeah, it's over on the counter. She's like, you're joking me. I said, no, it's on the counter. Like, why is that a big deal? She's like, it's huge. I said, no, that's my pullover on top. I said, his uniform's underneath. She's like, yep, yeah, that's the one I looked at. And then I went and picked it up. And then I said, Grady, come here. And I picked up the pants, and they're literally above his shoulders to the floor. And I was like, well, that ain't right. And then I put his like jersey on him, and it was like the neck is almost over his shoulders to where it's coming down his shoulders. It's an adult small. I don't know how that happens where you get an adult small. Maybe, I mean, I have terrible handwriting. I do not write well. It looks like I've had a stroke previously in my life, and I'm just not aware of it. I just don't write well. But that can't really be to blame because you just have to circle the size.
Right.
You know, at first I was like, oh, it's because I write like an idiot, and my Y might have looked like an A. You know what I mean? Like, because I wanted youth small.
Right.
Maybe it looked like an A. But then I started thinking, I was like, no, you circle the size on that form. So I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but he's not going to have the correct uniform for the first game. We're going to have to.
That's supposed to last his whole career, probably.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, I know you put down small, but this has got to last at least.
Boy,
like
as much as you're charged for all of this baseball stuff, it better last a long time. But his first two games,
like the cheapest sport. Try taekwondo or hockey.
How is taekwondo more expensive than baseball when you have to buy a bat, a glove, shoe, like spikes, his uniform? You got to pay to be in the sport.
Well, you belt test every other month, and it's $75 each time.
For a belt?
You have to?
Yeah,
is that like a rule?
I mean, if you want to advance belts, yeah. And then it's $1,200 a year. Just that's the cost.
About jujitsu.
You're right. You're more expensive.
And the uniform and all that stuff. And that's not even if you're on one of the teams.
That's crazy.
That's just for the classes. So if you want to be on the demo team or, go to competitions, then it just gets wild.
Is that like a demolition team?
Yes, yeah.
Where they hire them just to go in and like tear
demolish
houses
blocks
down?
of wood.
They're like, get in this house and tear down a chimney. Yeah?
Do you want to know an interesting story about that? I once tore down a crack house.
Really?
In Michigan. For part of a church trip.
Okay.
When I was a kid. It was wild, man.
I have a similar story to this.
So we went up there, a bunch of kids, and we went to Michigan, and they had this old crack house that they wanted to tear down. They're going to build like a Habitat for Humanity. I think it was for Habitat for Humanity, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was a church group, but the organization was Habitat for Humanity. So anyway, they put all these kids in there. And I was older. I mean, I was probably in like 8th grade or something. Mm-hmm. There was some high schoolers, so older kids. But they basically just hand us like hammers and crowbars and like, go at it. Just disassemble this house.
Really?
So we spent like a week there disassembling. I mean, so me and another guy that Brian, we were on the roof of the house. We were in 8th grade.
Was it on fire?
Yes.
We don't need no water.
We were in 8th grade and sophomores respectively, and we're on the roof of this house stripping the shingles and the sheathing off and just standing on the trusses or the rafters.
Yeah.
After we took the shingles and the sheathing off, and just like walking around up there.
Okay.
Tearing.
Something tells me you can't do anything like this nowadays.
And then we're tearing down the roof rafters like piece by piece, while like some of the younger kids are cleaning out inside. You
were one of the younger kids.
No, nobody has masks.
I mean, I was a farm kid, so they're like, you do that.
Yeah.
Inside this house, there were needles laying around.
No way.
Swear to God. There was...
So do you have hepatitis
sex
C?
toys and stuff laying around. There was a blow-up doll. There was a waterbed on the second floor that we just stabbed and just let. There were little torn up decks of cards, like playing cards, torn up into little tiny pieces all over the place.
That's weird.
And somebody
like
told me
magic tricks.
it was some kind of a drug thing, but I just thought it was insane that we spent a week doing this when you could literally just rent a bulldozer for $500 and do it in
Probably.
one day. Not even a bulldozer. I mean, like a hi-ho with a thumb on it.
Yeah.
We had to
yeah.
show the kids what sitting leads to.
For one
The house
day.
getting torn down.
Anyway, it's the most ridiculous thing, and I'm just sitting here the whole time we're doing this, and it's the middle of the summer. It's hot as hell and super dangerous, and the whole time I'm sitting there going like, these people are idiots.
For letting us do this.
Like,
yeah.
not just for letting us do this, it's like, it's so inefficient.
Right.
Rent the backhoe,
And tear it down.
demolish it, and if you want to have a bunch of kids do something, have them out fundraising,
Right.
or something, not tearing down crack houses.
Yeah, that completely makes sense.
Anyway, that happened. It was weird.
So, similar story, and it was in Verona, but me and Sean in high school, the bank that his mom worked for owned this house, and they were going to demolish it, I guess, or I'm assuming, I'm not sure 100%. I just know that she gave us the keys and allowed us to go in the house
Seems like a bad idea.
to tear it up. Like, we were allowed to tear things apart. So we did. We just like smashed doors and put holes in walls and like really didn't do any sort of work. We just like vandalized this house. And then we even got I got up on the roof, and Sean and I both did, and the chimney was like cracked, but we were pushing and pushing and pushing on it, and we pushed the whole chimney off the roof. And it's a big brick chimney, and it rolls down the roof and like puts like a hole like in the roof as it rolled down, and then fell in the backyard. And we were like, well, I guess we'll go now. Nothing else to do. And then we left.
What was the point of all
I
of it?
have no idea. I'm
Did
trying
you
to
get
remember.
paid?
I don't think so.
Hey, kids, go devalue this house so I
Did
can
you
buy it on the second.
literally make up the story that no I'm not saying you made up the story. Did you guys just go vandalize a house and then make up a story afterwards and convince yourself that you
No.
were told to do so?
No, I'm positive his mom gave us the keys to this house.
I'm positive that probably happened too, but were you instructed to demolish
By
the house?
his
Yeah,
mom, or
yeah.
did
She
Sean
told-
just say, "Hey,
yeah.
mom said to go wreck up this house"?
Are you sure she didn't say like, "Oh, go hang out, do whatever, it doesn't matter, the house doesn't matter," but just said it like off?
Maybe.
kilter?
I'm going to have to ask Sean.
Like,
to see
it
if
doesn't matter. The house is junk. Go play in there.
I don't,
Not like,
I don't think so.
not like I'm going to contract you.
I'm going to have to ask Sean
do demo
to
work.
see if he remembers what his mom told us. But, yeah, we literally, if we were contracted to do demo work, they were rightful in not paying us because like we
do
really did
anything.
nothing constructive
Yeah.
in there besides like do exactly what you would want to do in a house.
Right.
Like,
Sounds
I've
like
never
an
been able to
inside
do this
job.
before.
Inside job,
We're
have
gonna
miners
break-
go do it.
Yeah, that was dumb. But good
Can't charge
story.
Yeah, you can't do anything like that anymore. You can't do anything.
No, you can't.
I don't even let guys that work for me use chainsaws because it's too much liability.
Woof.
No way.
Well, I do, but I'm not
Even the
supposed
government, even the government lets us use chainsaws.
To. Do you have to?
but even then, it's kind of like,
do you have to do safety training?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there's no safety. Do you have to wear safety? I shouldn't even.
Yeah.
Talk. I'm not going to talk about this in case of a future pending lawsuit.
That's fine, but I'll talk about it. But yeah, the Corps of Engineers makes you like do safety training. We have daily safety talks, weekly.
No, but
Monthly
specific
safety.
chainsaw safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And then you got to
Is
wear
it like
the chaps.
a course and you got to get certified and stuff.
Oh
like that?
no!
It's
There's no
a-
certification,
The Corps certifies you,
Right.
kind of, but not
more
even.
or less.
I mean, there's no like licensing for chainsaws, but
Well, I make all my guys do a safety course administered by a third party, get certified, and then
Yeah.
we have all the safety equipment.
that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money. That's above and beyond. It's like, yeah, we don't do any of that. But like the Corps has a whole safety department, and then all we do is just have like sign-off sheets, basically,
More
that
or
say
less.
that you've taken this training and you're going to sign this piece of paper saying you've done that.
Right.
And that's it, And then we let them go run amok with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of trees that we need to cut down at work.
Me too.
That's not fun topics. Even though
I like.
You know what is a
anybody wants-
fun topic?
if anybody wants free trees, come get them.
You know what is a fun topic?
What?
Snarf Madness.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Forget your bracket.
You better not have forgot your bracket.
Positive I did.
All right, just pause
But-
it, and we'll do your pick.
No,
I'll remind you of your picks.
Yeah, I can look at yours and tell you what I picked. I can guarantee you.
Okay. I remember what you had anyway.
How?
Because I'm very intelligent.
Did you look over my bracket without me knowing?
We did our picks last week.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay. You want to get into Snarf Madness?
Round 5?
Is it 5?
It's round 5, right?
It's madness that it's not ending.
It is madness. Yeah. We could finish it today.
We could, but we're not going to.
You don't want to.
No.
I'm in favor of finishing it today.
No, we're not finishing it.
Okay. We won't finish it then.
We're getting our best ratings.
Says you.
No, we are. Our ratings are way up. Did you not notice that?
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I just don't want to think that they are.
You don't want to brag about it?
Well,
I don't
no.
understand.
Like, I don't. I try to just act like it's completely normal. That way I don't get my hopes up. Because the next episode that we don't do this and they're down, I'll be like, well, that's stupid. Now I got to figure out a plan. Now I got to figure out something fun again.
Hey, let's talk about this. I got a good plan for ratings.
Well, can I tell you my idea real quick?
Yeah.
I think we should have like something similar to this, but we should have, let's say, 10 movies or 20 movies that we pick that we enjoy, like our favorite movies. Not necessarily the same ones that we had in the top 20 movies, but some of our favorite movies, and then put them up against each other like in a battle. Like which one's better? And then have an outside source like pick.
Like Snarf Madness?
No.
Oh, like one-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
Okay.
Each week. Like,
Do they have to be similar type movies?
and then we'll go on.
Like Dante's Inferno versus Volcano.
No, they don't. I mean, they'd be in the same like genre of movies.
Okay.
Though, you know what I mean?
They have to be the same genre.
I think I haven't completely thought all this out,
a lot of rules here.
except for like I have a select few movies, you have a select few movies, and they battle each other to see who's better.
Okay.
The reason I thought of this is because of
after
the whole
Snarf Madness,
because of the whole Wyatt Earp Tombstone
right
argument. Like, I think Wyatt Earp is a better film. Now, is Tombstone more rewatchable and like appeal to the masses?
We had viewers
Yes.
take massive exception with this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Our
Yeah.
listeners that
Right.
commented that were like very upset with you.
Yeah, heated. And I'm fine with that. That's good. Opinions matter.
At least we had a
Yeah,
listener.
one.
But
But
let's get Nate's. We can chime in here.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
What?
Nate and I were talking about this.
Yeah,
last
we
night.
did that last night. Yeah.
Well, yeah, talk about it again.
Wyatt
Right.
Earp versus Tombstone.
Yeah. I mean, Tombstone is,
The correct answer. Yes. Good job.
it's more rewatchable, but
Exactly. The more rewatchable. That doesn't mean it's a
First
better
of all-
movie.
Okay.
You've specifically said that.
No. It is a better movie and it's more rewatchable. Wyatt Earp's kind of boring.
It's not. It's a better story about Wyatt Earp's life.
Yes.
Tombstone is literally only about one gunfight that didn't actually even happen that way.
Well,
correct.
Completely made up movie.
And that's what we talked about, historical accuracy of.
Yeah.
so the historical accuracy is what is reigning this in as.
I think it makes it better. Yes.
You think historical accuracy makes a movie better?
makes that film better? Yes.
Okay.
Than Tombstone.
As somebody who enjoys history as much, that's usually like what I'll be like.
I
what?
think-
This actually happened, and you look into it, and it'll be like, oh,
It's like taking like
kinda dumbed it down
like
or
storming the beaches of Normandy and making up a movie about that, and then having one that's pretty accurate to storming the beaches of Normandy. You're gonna have people that like hate the other one because it's completely fake, and they're like, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it wouldn't. That wouldn't register on my list of criteria.
Well, mine too. Mine it does. It does. I don't get it, Chris. Why wouldn't you want an accurate movie? And I'm not saying, I guess, I don't know for 100% that Wyatt
do
Earp
you
is like
even know that it's
specifically
accurate?
accurate, but it does tell like an accurate like story of his life.
Right.
How like I'm sure it's not. Like,
Well, they're different
100%.
movies, right? So one's kind of a biopic
yes.
with a lot more history of that guy's life,
Yes.
and one is a snapshot of a moment in time.
And you know what I think really hurts Wyatt Earp that I looked up last night? I knew it was a long movie. I didn't realize how long. It's 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Kevin Costner likes long movies.
That is a freaking long.
Remember how long
movie.
wasn't Waterworld really long?
No, Waterworld was only like an
that
hour
was
45.
Yeah.
It was you're like Dances with Wolves is the really
Yeah.
long.
Oh yeah.
Dances with Wolves is over 2.5 hours.
You mean Avatar on Earth?
The first Avatar. Yes. Yeah.
You know that movie is exactly like Avatar.
I thought
No,
it was
Avatar-
Pocahontas.
No, well, everybody says that, but they're wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Avatar
Okay.
is a shot-for-shot remake of Dances with Wolves.
Almost.
There's some scenes that are identical.
Yeah.
I don't know how it didn't
Need to
get-
have the Colonel pissing his pants. In the
There is.
office.
You could look it up. If you look it up online, they'll show you exactly what is almost.
And yeah, I guess so. Both Dances with Wolves and Avatar share some common themes with Pocahontas, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's definitely
the
Dances
outsider
with Wolves.
ingraining
is.
into a new culture. What would be the other one?
Yeah, that's
Last
what
Samurai. Kind of
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
concept.
that's similar.
Yeah.
I love The Last Samurai.
Oh yeah.
I was
that's-
going to put that in my top
another
movies
good one.
list, but I thought,
We talked about it.
yeah.
Because I've
It's
never
good,
seen
man.
it.
You know, another one we talked about that I never mentioned on the podcast was Stuck on You. We talked about it personally, but
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
did.
put it on the podcast. That should have been in my top movies list, and you've never even heard of it.
No, once you
I haven't
explained it,
either.
once you explained
Stuck
it, I
on
did.
You?
It's
No.
sounds like the most ridiculous thing in the
It's
world.
Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon, and they're conjoined twins. And
But on the back, right? They're
on the
backs?
side.
Oh.
They're like side to side. And Greg Kinnear's character wants to be an actor. Matt Damon's character is shy, doesn't want to be an actor. And so they work in they have a little cafe, like a hamburger place on like Martha's Vineyard or somewhere on the East Coast. And he decides, Greg Kinnear's character he wants to go to Hollywood to pursue acting, and he convinces Matt Damon to go along with him because they're conjoined twins. And then he like starts having success in Hollywood, and they're having to like green
edit him
screen,
out?
like have him in like a green costume to green
green
screen
suit.
him out, or like edit him out of films and stuff like that. But he's getting like weird kind of B movie roles and stuff like that. I think once he gets a movie, his first movie is ends up being a porno.
No way.
Yeah, he didn't know it going ahead into it, and then they meet some friends out there. It's just about it's such a good movie, and it's got a lot of heart. It's the Farrelly brothers,
Yep.
and they've done a lot of good movies. So.
And you think that is better than Wyatt Earp? Unbelievable.
I have only seen Wyatt Earp once in my life, and it was probably when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean that movie's from like the early '90s, right? Or
Yeah, it's
mid-'90s.
like, yeah. I don't remember where it came into play, but I think he did Dances with Wolves first, and then Wyatt Earp came after that.
Yeah,
but
because he got a lot of.
He won an
acclaim
Oscar. For
Yeah,
that,
he got
didn't
an Oscar for that.
yeah,
Dances with Wolves is a good movie, great movie, but it is long and it is kind of boring at parts.
it can be. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so that was all leading up to
Snarf Madness.
Snarf
But before we get to
Madness.
Snarf Madness, we
Okay.
forgot to comment on a certain entity lacking in the general direction of young Nathan.
Oh yeah, he's shaved.
He's shorn. Shorn.
Yeah, he shaved
no, I
that
just
big
have a
ass ugly beard off.
Creepy mustache.
But he left the stash.
He did.
I actually
looks
think
so
it looks.
terrible.
It doesn't look bad.
No,
really.
it doesn't
It
look
really
bad.
doesn't.
And you've
And it
lost.
doesn't look creepy.
He's lost like 14
thanks,
years. As soon
Yeah.
as he shaves,
You do. You look a lot younger.
yeah, you
Larry
almost
just
look
laughs
like
at
a
me at
woman.
work the whole time. He just laughs. He just,
Does he really?
oh yeah,
Because you look so young.
yeah.
It's
look
he
so
does this. You do
young.
this very few and far between. It's like every 8 to 9 months that you shear your face.
Well, actually, shaving it's probably been 2 years.
No.
Yeah, because I just trimmed last summer up until Lexi's wedding, and then
I'm always
grew it out.
surprised when people that actually have a jawline shave their beard, because like I don't really have one.
You don't have a jawline? You don't
No,
think?
it's just kind of like.
Oh. It's
So that's
just
why
like
I keep the beard.
Just like puffy.
Yeah,
hair.
that's usually what I do. Is that be like, ooh. I mean, I don't really have the chin for it either. I have
Yeah.
a bigger chin, maybe.
That's what I was going to say. I have a problem with your small chin.
Sweet
Yeah.
chin music.
Yeah.
What was that?
Sweet chin music. It's about baseball.
No.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but wasn't that, it was a wrestling move by some wrestler?
No.
Oh
No,
my
not at
gosh,
all.
Gerald. Yes, it was.
Look it up. It's wrong. You're wrong. This is not accurate. Sweet chin music. That's about like
Did they
throwing
say
a
that
pitch.
in Major League?
It's like throwing a pitch up high.
Major League.
Sweet chin music, wrestling move by Shawn Michaels. I know because I had the Vidya game for my old
The what?
Vidya game.
What the hell is that? Is that like a vegetarian game? Is that like what's that?
Video game. How to do Shawn Michaels' signature sweet chin music wrestling move.
I've never heard of that. I've only heard the baseball stuff because you throw it up and
Literally the number one entry into Urban Dictionary is a wrestling move used by Shawn Michaels. Wrestling move performed by WWE superstar Shawn Michaels in which he stands in a corner of the ring, then runs towards his opponent on the other side of the ring, only to deliver a powerful super kick to his opponent's chin.
Really?
Yeah, that's called sweet chin music.
Oh, sounds gay.
All right, anyway.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Snarf Madness.
Yes.
For real this time.
Snarf Madness 2019.
Round 5. 1,
Five,
2, 3,
five,
4,
five,
5. Round 5. We are picking for the championship.
The championship.
This isn't, we're not picking the champion. We're
No.
picking the
For
championship.
the championship. I know what I picked.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. On the left hand side, we have Rogue One versus Guardians of the Galaxy. And
Yes.
we both have the same
We
thing.
both have that picked.
This, to me,
gosh, it
is
gets
the
my-
definition of an impossible choice.
It gets my heart heavy.
I've been thinking about this for a week, and I'm not looking forward to it. I don't
Yeah.
really know what to do. I still don't know what to do.
I know what I've picked, and
You can always change your mind.
I could change my mind. I just don't think I will,
Yeah, okay.
because I do believe that this is the better film.
All right, let's break it down here.
Well,
Let's break it down.
Okay, you go. Wait, what are you breaking down?
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
first of its kind, in my opinion. First of a franchise, for sure.
Yeah, it's the first of the franchise, but I don't know if I would call it necessarily the first of its kind, only because it is in the genre of comic book movies.
Yeah,
So
but it was pretty stands out pretty.
it does
big
stand
in that
out as
genre.
different than the rest, and I completely agree with you. It is way different. The big thing, and I've said it I don't know how many times about this movie, is that this book is basically like a nothing book. Like nobody, not nobody.
It's a very
but
popular book now.
now it is for sure, but it wasn't before.
Right.
It was not that popular. People didn't read Guardians of the Galaxy that much. Most people never heard of it. Even the people that were in comic books heavy were like, why are they doing this movie?
Right.
Why are they making it this? Like, if they can pull like a rabbit out of the hat here, it would be a miracle.
Right.
That
And
was
it-
kind of my thing. I'm like, if you can take an obscure
And
book
they
that nobody
did.
And not
Wait,
just make a
what?
successful movie, build probably one of the most merchandise-wise.
Oh yeah,
Look at every kid. Half the kids' backpacks are Guardians. I mean, just
Yeah.
merchandise-wise.
Yeah,
they built more than just a successful movie or a successful franchise. They've built a behemoth.
Yeah, I would agree. Especially like the characters themselves. Yeah. Okay. I was going to get on a separate tangent about comic books in general, that a lot of the characters that you will see in these comic books that nobody reads anymore, everyone will love. Like kids love Groot. They love Rocket Raccoon. They love oh crap, why can't I think of his name now?
Drax.
Yeah, Drax.
Drax.
Like those are lovable characters. Star-Lord, of course, is a
But you
lovable character.
don't mention Gamora at all.
No.
Only the male ones is what you mentioned.
Gosh, here we go.
What's up with that?
I'm completely sexist, and I hate green people. That's not true.
No, I think, yeah.
No, I
totally.
it's because Gamora's like a very serious character.
Yeah, she's not a lot of fun.
She doesn't like stand out compared to the others because of how, like, obviously Groot, all he says is I am Groot, and he's a big tree.
And he does
And then-
funny things.
Yeah, and then there's a raccoon that's pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. Star-Lord acts funny, but they stand out. And I just think that so many people would love comic books a lot more than they'd ever know because of these characters. It's just that reading is work. And
now you maintain, I think, that you like Volume 2 better than Volume 1.
I do. It is my favorite of the Guardians movies.
So anyway, not without its own merits. I mean, beginning of a franchise, it's a behemoth on its own.
Yeah.
In a way, a very Star Wars-like franchise.
Yes,
I think
it is very similar.
And then on the other hand, you got Rogue One, which I maintain I think is the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Right.
If not the best, debatably in the top 3.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
But it's not, and it is kind of a first in the Star. Okay, so if Guardians of the Galaxy is a first in the comic book genre, Rogue One's kind of the first in the Star Wars genre because it has its own genre of film. And it is the first because it's the first thing to step outside and it tells a completely different story in a completely different way.
Yeah, it happens to be in the same world.
Ancillary.
It's the first untold Star Wars story, essentially.
Ingenious in the way that it interconnects. I know it was not... they had to go back and figure that all out.
Oh, for sure.
The writing is genius, but it's so good that you don't even think about it. You're like, oh, yeah, that was the plan all along.
It's crazy
like
to
it
me.
just fits right. That was the thing.
Right.
Not that they went back and just found a random, ridiculous loophole from the original movie and then wrote around how to fill that in later. You feel like, oh, that all makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me that they take such a small moment in one of the Star Wars movies and turn it into this big, epic movie.
After people have been arguing about it for decades.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no way that they just had a vent hole.
Right.
On this impenetrable fortress. There's no way unless somebody specifically went and designed it that way. And it's by the way.
Maybe they did.
A little side tangent that I was thinking about, or I read about recently online. Is it true, and Nate would probably know this, is it true that the Death Star wasn't able to propel itself? I know that it does move around, but I had heard that it was actually dragged by Star Destroyers.
I think it says it in the encyclopedia that I have.
Yeah, because
I've got a Star Wars.
Is it hitched up to spaceships and
pulled? Yeah, I think that's accurate.
I think it is too, but you don't see that in the movies, obviously.
No,
that almost seems like it wouldn't. I mean, in theory, it wouldn't really make sense. I mean, you'd have to have visible cables coming off of. Well, again,
tractor
that's
beams.
No moon. Oh,
tractor
with
beams.
Tractor beams?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Duh.
But would they be able to go to hyperspace?
Yeah.
I don't think they would.
So it begged the question that was Emperor Palpatine kind of an idiot for putting all their eggs in the basket of the Death Star?
Kind of, yes.
Because this all came about because people were talking about the Force Awakens and that Star Killer base or whatever. They're like, well, that's dumb that they just put them stationary,
Yeah, but when you designed it from the get up to be a fully armed, now that maybe not the greatest idea. I mean, it is a planet though, so it's like, how do you blow up a whole entire planet? But then the Death Star built from the ground up to have defenses. So
here's what sci-fi.starexchange.com says.
Oh, a reputable source.
I think it is. It's the first thing that came up when I Googled it. It says the Death Star's hyperspace motivator units were comprised of linked banks of field generators such as those found aboard Imperial Star Destroyers. 123 individual hyperspace generators tied into a single navigational matrix were necessary to carry the Death Star beyond the speed of light.
Okay, so it wasn't towed.
So it was not towed.
All right, back to Rogue One. So that was a side tangent there.
Yeah, but I'm glad we figured that out because just last week I couldn't sleep over this.
Well, in any case, no, they do everything right in Rogue One. All the characters and the casting is phenomenal, and it's a really difficult decision.
Yeah. So what is your decision?
Oh, you go first. What's your decision?
I pick Rogue One.
You did.
I did pick Rogue One. I think what they did with that movie is just better. It just stands out more. It has so much more weight to me.
It's definitely a more serious, heavy.
Yeah, and I'm
real movie.
I'm a serious, heavy,
you are
dark,
the Prowler,
doom and gloomy Prowler guy. Yeah, I am the Prowler.
Yeah.
So that's more my speed,
Yeah.
But I also think the Star Wars universe being so big, and like having extreme depth in all angles, even if you don't have to go with anything canon. You can just like expand yourself in Star Wars forever, basically, because of all the stuff that's out there. And then taking this one moment and making it like so impactful for the rest of the trilogy and plus the other 9 movies. Like the Rogue One literally set up the rest of those other 9 movies.
Right.
And I don't know. I love it. I love what it did. I love what those people did. And now they're dead in the future.
Nate, why don't you pick? Although your choice doesn't make any difference.
No, it carries no weight.
It matters nothing to anyone ever. But go ahead.
I have to agree. I'd definitely go Rogue One.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
With more definition.
Yes.
All right. I don't know what to do here.
I know you don't.
I really don't. I mean, it's on one hand, I think Rogue One is a better movie as a standalone movie. It's a better movie. I think it's just a really well done movie. It's smart and it's dark at times and it is sad at the ending and it's emotional at times. But on the other hand, Guardians of the Galaxy is the beginning of this wonderful franchise. Yeah. And it's very entertaining. For me, Guardians of the Galaxy is much more rewatchable film than Rogue One, even though they're both rewatchable.
I think I would agree with you with that because I have watched Guardians.
I've watched it
way more times than I have Rogue One.
I mean, probably dozens more times.
I feel like you have to be in a certain like headspace or a certain.
I've probably only really sat down and watched Rogue One through maybe 3-4 times.
Yeah, I think I have too.
Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy, one, because I watch it with my kids, but I've probably seen it dozens of times,
Yeah, completely agree.
And, but I also think Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's not just Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and Volume 2, I really consider Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War and Endgame to be part of that kind of Guardians of the Galaxy-esque franchise.
Yeah. Definitely Thor, Infinity War, I feel like they are a main part of it, but so is Captain America, so is Tony Stark.
Yeah, but Thanos is a Guardians of the Galaxy villain, basically.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay.
And you got to figure, like, I don't know what's going to happen in Endgame. We'll find out next week. But you got to figure that, like, is it the Eternals? Is that what they're going to play prominently in this somehow?
Yes.
So it's really difficult because, like I said, it's what are you picking here? Are you picking what's the better film? Are you picking what's I don't know.
Yeah, you are picking what's the better film because it's the best sci-fi fantasy film.
I think that Guardians of the Galaxy made more of a cultural impact than Rogue One.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think you just want to be different.
It might be. It completely might be that.
Yeah, when you throw in the cultural impact, it carries a lot of weight.
Definitely. I mean, Rogue One, for the vast majority of people, came and went.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess so.
Guardians of the Galaxy has permeated the culture in a much bigger way.
Yeah, I think
Plus,
that's
it was
just
$1 billion movie, and Rogue One was
to,
not. I mean, I don't think it was that.
I think that's just because of the Marvel tag. More so than anything.
The Marvel price tag.
The Marvel tag and the fact that it's really good.
It is. No, I'm not taking anything away from it. I'm just saying I think the Marvel tag makes
Star Wars and especially Rogue One. But at the end of the day, there's no Jedi. There's barely any lightsabers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's not the movie.
I know, but I'm not saying that makes it's just a different movie. It really doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie for the most part.
Right. Besides it being in space and
stormtroopers and blasters.
Certain things like it just
I was 100% sure by when we went into this bracket, I was 100% sure without a doubt. The first one I saw was Rogue One. I'm like, well, that's easily winning my entire bracket. That will win the championship. So this is a total game time decision. But
wow.
Yeah, Rogue One's. I think that was number one, basically, on my favorite movies list of all time.
Yeah. So you had it beating Guardians of the Galaxy in that list.
Well, it's just that I did that little.
So now you're coming back.
I did that little. Well, all of Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You did. Either
if I'm considering all of Star Wars versus all of the Guardians of the Galaxy, then it's obviously Star Wars.
We're not doing that.
As an individual movie, I just feel like Guardians of the Galaxy is one that I'm going to watch over and over and over again, and probably had and will have a bigger impact culturally and to me. So
I don't think there's a wrong pick here.
But I go back and think about your whole argument for Volume 2 better than Volume 1. And the more and more I think about it, I think I'm with you on that. So I don't even know. If this was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus Rogue One, what would you do?
You don't even know who you are anymore, do you? It's like you're really having a crisis over there.
Yeah, it's difficult.
If it was Guardians of the Galaxy 2, no, I would still pick Rogue One. I just can't get over that movie, dude. It's just... Star Wars holds a certain place in my life, Christopher.
I totally agree.
That world.
And if it was Empire on this list,
probably
would have won.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, right side of the bracket.
Yeah, I picked Rogue One.
That's the left side of the bracket.
Well, I know, but we always recap what we picked.
You picked Rogue One, and I have Guardians of the Galaxy.
So I have Rogue One in the championship, and you have Guardians of the Galaxy in the championship versus...
Right side of the bracket for me is Thor Ragnarok versus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
And you?
I think that was mine, right?
Definitely not. You had Inception.
Oh, I did. I had Inception versus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Man.
This is also a tough one because they're two very different movies.
Mine definitely are.
Yours definitely are, but mine is too. They're very, very different movies. Granted, they're both comic book movies, but they're really not the same.
Yeah, they're not even close to being the same because, like...
I'll be honest here. I mean, Thor Ragnarok probably, if it wasn't for how these brackets were laid out and stuff, it probably wouldn't be this far. In a bracket for me, it wouldn't be in a Final Four.
I agree because it is the way it laid out. Like,
and probably
I think
neither would Spider-Man, to be honest. They probably neither one would.
You don't think so?
I don't think they'd be in a Final Four if the brackets were laid out differently. For me,
I guess so. I mean, if I had,
but that's the way brackets work.
That's the way brackets work, man.
So for me, I mean, I love Thor Ragnarok. I think it's a funny film. I love Jeff Goldblum, and I love Valkyrie, and I love the Hulk. Everything about it's great. I love how it goes right into Infinity War, and it's definitely one of the funnest Marvel movies, and I think I had it. I have it in my top 5 of all Marvel movies of all time.
It's super fun.
Spider-Man, which I just rewatched the other day, and we're still waiting to review that movie. But
yeah, we need to because I'll need to watch it again.
I just rewatched it, now I have to rewatch it again. Upon the second viewing, was even better than the first time I saw it. Has a lot of heart, also a lot of comedy, and overall a great movie.
Have you watched it, Nate?
Nope. Still haven't watched it yet.
You haven't seen it, huh?
Nope.
That's a shame.
You know what? That
really is a shame.
I'm like, man.
Yeah, that's so good. It is so good.
It just looks good. I mean, everything about it. I want to watch it. I just have.
The animation in that really blows my mind.
At the end of the day, for me, I have to go Spider-Man
over Thor.
Yeah, the reason primarily is because I felt so groundbreaking.
Yeah,
and so did Thor, really, in a way.
It did definitely for the franchise of Thor.
For the franchise, I guess it felt a little Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yeah, and we've said that a bunch.
And it's a fun movie and very rewatchable. But I can see that Spider-Man movie really having legs, and it's just a good movie.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna run with that as well.
Did you catch that?
I did. 8 legs. Idiot. It was good.
And I just want to see where that franchise goes because they got Spider-Man 2099. They have Agent Venom they could bring into the mix.
Yeah.
They have all different kinds of characters. Scarlet Spider?
No.
Iron Spider. There's a bunch of them.
Maybe.
In the Spider-Verse.
Real quick, I had a joke last podcast or 2 podcasts ago. It's 19. Number 19, I had a joke out, and I think you didn't catch it during the podcast.
What's
or
that?
you might have ignored it. But man, when I listen to it back, it still makes me laugh.
What?
I don't know. Kevin Bacon's in one of the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, there's like 6 or 7 degrees of him.
I caught it. I just didn't think it was that
I
funny.
thought it was so funny. Because, there's that game.
Yeah, I know.
You know the game?
Yeah.
The 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Or is it 7?
7
degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's comedy gold, Chris. That's about the best you're going to get.
Making bacon over here.
We were. Anyway, so you picked Spider-Man over Thor.
Yeah.
It's
a tough one, though.
I have Inception versus Thor, and I love Inception like crazy because it's just wild. It's so different. They're not even close to being the same movies, like in any capacity whatsoever. Leo is a good-looking man.
Top of his game.
He really is. It's like some of the best work he's done. I didn't mind
Is he in that?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what?
Isn't Cillian Murphy in that?
Cillian
Is he?
Murphy?
Killian Murphy.
Killian Murphy. Yeah. Murphy.
I always
that, right?
say Cillian.
Yeah, but you say it wrong.
I thought it was Cillian.
No, it's Killian.
All right.
Yeah, he's definitely in that.
He's the target that they're getting into his dream.
Yeah, but his
that's
part
right.
wasn't huge, right? I mean,
Right. He was along for the ride. They were the ones constructing the dream.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good movie.
That's crazy good movie.
I need to rewatch it. I'd like to rewatch that movie.
Like the whole aspect of like the
it made $828 million.
The whole aspect of like
That's a lot of money for
spinning
a
the top.
comic book,
That's pretty good writing, I think, to figure out like or to
I completely forgot about the whole top thing.
creating the world of like if you spin the top and it keeps spinning and keeps spinning, then you're in a dream. But if it finally falls over, you're in real life.
Right.
Isn't that the right way?
Well, kids, that's what the cliffhanger was at the end. Was that he spun it,
And you don't know if
he's
it falls
watching
over.
it. Yeah, because then he sees his kids out on the beach because that's all they want to do is
Yes.
get back home.
Yeah, Nate.
Inception made like 2.5 times more money than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Well,
Not even
so far,
close.
but Inception's also been out for how long?
No, but they don't make any money after.
It made some.
Or they don't count.
No, they only
after.
count the box office.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they only
Yeah.
do box office.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why you get like.
What
cult
did
hits.
Spider-Man make?
374 million.
That's it?
Yeah, but it's an animated film.
I know. I,
mean,
still figured it'd be close
let
to
me
500.
see if that's only domestic
Closer to 500.
or if that's international and domestic.
Yeah, because
See,
the international tolls or like box office stuff are always around like
Double.
200 to 300 million.
Yeah, well, I would see Inception getting way more international.
Yeah, probably. I guess.
But that was also like almost 10 years ago.
Okay. I'm going to make my pick. So I love the Spider-Man.
828 million worldwide, international and domestic. It made about 300 million domestic alone.
So I think I'm going to change what I have written on my bracket.
Oh, I know you. Okay. I haven't.
I don't know
what's going on with you here.
There's just some things.
You probably had Spider-Man winning initially, and now you're second guessing.
Yeah,
that's what's going
Read
on.
you like
You're
a
right.
book over there, Gerald.
Is this legal?
It is legal. I haven't even done. Yeah, I'm picking on the fly. You can do the same.
I'm going to pick Inception.
Really?
I'm going to pick Inception.
Inception
wow.
is going to be in your final championship round.
Yeah.
For
And
best
I don't feel-
sci-fi fantasy film of the last.
Yes, I do not feel bad about that in the slightest.
Oh, wow.
That was like a incredible movie. We just explained why it's so incredible.
Yeah. I mean,
How many times have you gone back and watched that movie?
Inception?
Yeah.
I've probably seen it 5 times.
Holy shit. And you've seen it recently?
Not within the last year.
Spider-Man made 375 worldwide and made 109 domestic. So almost the same domestic or similar domestic.
Yeah.
But it lagged in the foreign big time.
I've only seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse once. So that's kind of that kind of hurts that movie.
Wait till you see it again.
Right. I think it is one of the best, if not the best, comic book movie.
Inception's production budget was $160 million. Spider-Man was $90 million. $90 million for an animated movie, though, still seems very high.
But man,
it's incredible.
The stuff they had to do, all the
in Inception scenes. Well, especially 10 years ago.
Yeah, like the train going.
It's
down
insane,
a street.
like how much when they tell you how much special effects cost.
Oh, it's
for the computer power that
we
have now.
We were talking about that last night.
It shouldn't be that expensive, though. Like for the computer power we have now, and like
you wouldn't think,
yeah,
but it does. It's more
the talent that is around. I mean,
but
it's like wow.
Are they charging for the people,
or are they
charging by the pixel?
I mean, they're certainly not charging for the Adobe computer program that you can get for free. On
exactly.
The Pirate Bay.
Yeah, no joke. I don't feel bad. I don't care what anybody else thinks.
All right. So Jerry has Inception versus Rogue One. We have completely different championship brackets.
In the championship.
And I have Guardians of the Galaxy. I think yours is, first of all, a major bracket buster.
I think so.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody had Inception even anywhere near this far in.
Well, everyone's wrong.
And I have Guardians of the Galaxy versus Spider-Man. Predictably not bracket busters.
No, I mean I don't think anybody had Guardians of the Galaxy that far besides you and I.
We had a couple people.
Even in the final
I think
we
had
four?
A couple people in the championship that had that winning it.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't really I'm trying not to look too far ahead on other people's brackets because I don't want to be influenced.
Do you have everyone else's brackets?
I do. Yes.
We should have scored them.
We should have, but we didn't. So next week, when we do the championship, we will just announce the winners. You guys all have to live in suspense. We don't want to tell you now.
Yeah.
Because if we told everybody
because
now,
you would know.
Yeah.
You would know who won.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Well, they don't know what other people have.
Pretty much.
Right, but you would basically figure it out because we've recapped.
But last week, I believe, when we recapped the winners, I think I had Erica and Alex.
I had quite
really
a few
close.
people.
Alex was winning, and then I had a whole group that was just below. So if you picked, say you got 2 or 3 out of my final 4 right, and you get 6 points each,
right,
you're gonna be doing pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. That's why mine's really close.
Yeah,
actually, between 3 or 4 of them.
And did we figure out a gift card?
Yeah, I thought it was for Ponderosa.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
maybe Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Maybe an Oogie's.
Boodlers?
Does anybody... I don't know that one.
Boodlers? You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
It was in Coal City.
Was
Oogie's the one in Ottawa?
Yes.
I always get confused.
And they had the best root beer you could ever drink in your entire life. Better, and I'll say it here on the podcast, better than A&W. That's
not hard.
It is hard at the time.
Okay.
In the 90s, come on, A&W was a staple.
Oogie's was in Ottawa. There was a place, though, my grandpa always used to take me in Coal City called Boodlers. And it was around where La Piazza is now, but a different building.
Yeah.
And it was a similar kind of deal.
Really?
They had, I remember my grandpa, every time he'd come up here from Arkansas, he would take me there and he'd be like, we're going to get lizard lips and something. I think they had it on the menu, but they were like chicken strips or maybe they were chicken gizzards. I can't remember. They had chicken gizzards.
That's terrible.
No, I freaking love chicken gizzards.
Do you really?
I love them, man.
My dad loves chicken gizzards too, and I'll never forget him making gizzards at home and then eating them, and it's like just crunching through these things. No, they're not.
No, they're not supposed to be. You got to boil them first.
They're chewy, though. They're chewy.
A little chewy, but, I mean...
Chewy?
The crunch is probably from the breading.
They're so full of gristle and terribleness.
Oh, that's a preparation.
That you're just... He doesn't prep anything. He just fries them up and eats them.
No, they're great, man. They're great.
Who doesn't love a good gizzard? Me? Right here? Ooh, they're freaking terrible.
No.
Barbecued chicken hearts are...
chicken hearts.
Yep.
Chicken hearts are good.
Yeah.
Any heart is good.
Oh yeah.
You know,
venison heart.
I made a beef
season?
heart not that long ago, like pan fried, sliced thin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not great.
Oh, I like it. The only time I've ever had it was in a taco. Hector made them when I used to work for his paving company.
I think they make them at Habanero Grill.
Oh, I'm positive they do.
They have lengua, which is tongue, and then they have
What I was,
tripe. They have tripe tacos.
I'm
beef
not
tripe.
trying it. I'm not trying.
I've tried it. They're okay. I like them. They're good.
I was
They're
disappointed.
fried. It's fried, so it's.
I had beef tongue tacos once before, and I liked it a lot. And then I had it not too long ago, last fall, I think, at a taco truck that's down the road from Brandon Road. It's actually a building, but the front of the building looks like a truck. And they've got phenomenal tacos. But I had their tongue. I had one of each that they offer. Not good.
They're good. They're pretty good at Habanero Grill.
Tasted
that
like
place is a great
feet.
Mexican
It
restaurant.
was like bad feet.
If you want
Habanero's really good.
Snarf Recommends.
Oh, yeah.
Habanero Grill is the best Mexican place in the entire area, bar none.
But I've been hearing really good stuff about that other Mexican
That place
restaurant
is
that
terrible.
came in.
No.
Oh, it's not good?
No bueno, Jero.
Okay. Oh, well,
No
okay.
bueno.
Well, if there is no bueno, then I will not bueno
It
it
is a no and a bueno.
because I know how to speak Spanish.
My second choice after Habanero Grill would be a little joint called Blue Taco downtown Joliet.
Oh, in Joliet. Yeah, that's
But
really
it's not
good.
really it's kind of a hipster Mexican place.
Oh, really?
I don't even know if it's run
So
by.
it's fake.
Yeah, they make like gourmet tacos.
Gourmet.
Gourmet.
Gourmet tacos.
Formaggio.
Gourmet bueno. Right?
Yeah.
Is
They
that
have
how-
they'll have like a they'll have like a Cuban taco. It's like a Cuban sandwich, but taco.
Oh, that sounds
It's
good.
good. It's good. And then they have like a Philly cheesesteak taco, stuff like that.
I don't know if I could go with a Philly cheesesteak taco. I mean, it would be good. That's definitely not even close.
I can Snarf Recommends is a good segment because I can lay out every food option. So this week it's Mexican food.
Yeah.
And that choice is Habanero Grill.
Oh,
I get them for
spicy
catering.
carrots.
I would go
We
with
cater
habanero
all
too.
kinds of stuff with them.
You wouldn't go with Lamex?
No.
No Lamex.
I like their ambiance.
They do have a good dark
That's
red
about it.
ambiance.
Dark red. It's like you're in the high school photo room.
It's
The
so
dark room.
bad. It's so bad. I
I
don't.
kind of like it.
I mean, I like the dark, but when you're sitting in one of the booths off to the side,
It's
it's
just like
literally
bzzz,
just
like
red.
neon lights.
yeah, it's like hurts your eyes. And,
Way to
I
just
mean,
be negative and crush a local long-standing business.
I like their
Good for you.
food. I think it's really great. You're the one. I put Lamex up as one of the best, and you're like, nah,
No.
I'm gonna.
If you
shit
got to
on
go to
that.
Lamex, it's not on the menu, but order like Camarones Diablos, devil shrimp. They're like really spicy shrimp.
So you know the secret menu of Lamex?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. All right, so that is it. Next week, you will find out who wins the championship of our brackets, but you will also find out who wins Snarf Madness 2018.
That's my what's that thing called? They
Fanfare?
blow it. No, they blow it at a lot of
Vuvuzela?
yes, vuvuzela.
Oh yeah,
That's what it's called.
Remember what was it like the
Vuvuzela.
World Cup in Brazil?
Yeah.
The people were going crazy with those.
Yeah,
things.
it was down in Rio.
You couldn't
Yeah.
even like listen to the game.
Yeah, it was terrible. They're the worst.
I mean, in general, football is not good.
Yeah, football.
Reminds me of
Football.
my special edition whiskey I got.
All right, Jerry, we got to do some news. We got to do what you're watching, and then we got what's in the box.
Oh, real quick, here's a piece of news. We were straight stole from, son.
We were straight stole from.
Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, or Jay and Silent Bob, if you will.
Just
have-
finished up shooting a movie.
They did.
Little Jay and Bob reboot.
Reboot.
Which looks pretty good. And I've been following their little. They put those little video clips of behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Have you
they
been
have.
watching them.
Yep.
They're good.
They are good.
Very well produced.
I'm worried about it a little bit.
Why?
I'm a little bit worried because I feel like it's going to be too sentimental.
No, I
It's going
love
to be-
sentimental. Give it up. Give me all the sentimental.
No, I feel like it's going to be too sentimental in like, in a Kevin Smith like remembering all of his past people.
But
type
that's
sentimental.
what was great about Clerks 2 was the sentimental.
Clerks 2 was great because it was
This
funny.
is gonna be a This
I
is
don't
gonna
know.
be a what do you call that? A cameo palooza.
Yeah, it is.
This is all cameos all the time.
I'm just hoping that it ties together well because I don't want it to be just, a bunch of Willie and a little Nilly.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm fine. I'm in the bag for it.
I'm completely in the bag for it. It's going to get my money. I'm going to watch it multiple times, and I'm going to.
When
like
I found
it.
out that all the Tell 'em Steve Dave guys are, they even got Walt down there. He doesn't fly. He drove down to New Orleans.
He doesn't fly.
Never.
Why does he have to be so weird all the time? Everything. He has a problem with everything.
Yeah, he doesn't fly.
I'm surprised he drives.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't need to drive.
So
Stupid.
grumpy.
He is. Oh, anyway, they stole from us.
Yes, they stole from us.
They have a YouTube video out. Don't go and watch it because it's theft.
No, watch it and
It's
comment.
theft.
Comment, go on that video
Yeah.
and comment right now that they stole that idea from Snarf Talk podcast.
Yeah. And then like tag Snarf Comics.
Yeah.
If you can do that on YouTube Comics. I don't
Figure
know if
out
you
how
can.
to do it and do it.
But they have a What's in the Box segment.
Yeah.
And they have this big, and they even say it the same. As soon as I turn down the video, they're like, "What's in the box?" Which is obvious because it's from that one movie. Was it Seven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't go, "What's in the box?" though.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yep, right off the bat,
Huh.
they say those exact words. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh.
That's what they do.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
It's
a
a
good
straight.
movie, though.
Oh, and Seven? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they absolutely do. He keeps saying it. He's like,
I never said they didn't. I just said I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
"Oh, all right."
Hit him with a copyright strike. On
Either way,
YouTube.
yeah. I texted Chris. I was like, our retained lawyer is going to have to be all
Yeah.
over this.
Michael, call a
Hey,
lawyer.
Yeah, Mike, real quick. Hey, Mike.
We always forget to introduce our producer,
Yeah, Mike.
Michael
Sheedy.
Sheedy.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one cares.
We don't give him a
We don't
mic.
give him a mic, yeah. So, news. On to the news. That was part of the news. Now we got more news.
Yeah. How much
so,
time we got?
an hour.
Perfect.
So, Disney Plus.
Yes. There's so much Disney Plus news.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Disney Plus is the streaming app of Disney's.
I think I'm going to buy stock in Disney before this thing launches because I think it's going to be
Probably.
the next Netflix.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I really 100% do. I think everybody is going to subscribe.
I think
the
you're
price
right.
point, it's like $59 a year is the price point.
That's it?
If you pay annually,
Yeah.
it's
Holy
$6.99
crap.
a month or $59 a year, I believe. Something along those
Oh,
lines.
well, they
And
got my money
A
then.
lot of it's going to be Disney exclusives. They're
It's
going to
all. It's like all Disney
And their
exclusives, basically, because they're good.
Back catalog and then exclusive content.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, in that way, it's not really going to compete with Netflix as far as getting... But first of all, they're going to pull all the Disney content off Netflix.
Yeah,
all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Will be gone.
Which is like half of Netflix.
yeah, it's bad.
Because they have a lot of Disney content on Netflix,
do.
which is pretty surprising.
and
but
there are so many people that are going to be so mad about
do you think
all
that,
the Marvel
that
movies
Disney
being gone.
tried to work out a deal ahead of time with Netflix, and it's like, hey, why don't we join or
I
become one
guarantee
company?
you. I guarantee
And somebody
you.
at Netflix is like, no, we don't want to do that.
They were all pouty and they like stomped their foot a lot. No, I'm better than you.
Well, you do know that really early on, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix
Yeah.
for like nothing.
Those idiots.
Oh, yeah.
For like $5 million.
That dude killed himself. And I don't condone suicide, but that guy did it. Guaranteed because of the massive failure. And then Marvel comes in and like shits on him with Captain Marvel falling in a Blockbuster because it's in the 90s. Yeah, well, Blockbuster wouldn't have failed if you would have bought Netflix, you idiots. Oh, how aggravating. Like, can't you see the writing? How could you not see the writing on the wall?
Oh yeah.
I mean, Ray Charles saw it.
Ray Charles. What about Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder? Come on.
No,
Get a
he's
little more
blind.
current.
Sorry. You can't make fun of blind people, Chris.
They're both blind.
No. No, Ray Charles had sight.
He wasn't blind.
He had echolocation.
Can we just confirm here that Ray Charles was blind, correct?
Yes. Haven't you seen the
clouds of
No.
white,
Wasn't that Ray Charles?
Nope.
Who was that?
That was
red roses too.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong.
Neck and Cole.
Yes. No, that is
Oh,
Louis
no, that is
Armstrong.
What am I thinking? Neck and
Louis
Wasn't
Armstrong
Louis
saying,
Armstrong the trumpet player?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That was no way.
yes, it was.
What a wonderful world.
Yeah. Yeah, Louis Armstrong.
Louis
What a
Armstrong
won-
didn't sing.
Yes, he did, you dummy. Gosh. Now, you
You're
might
gonna
as
have
well.
to end this.
Golly, you
Oh, you're
might
right.
as well.
You're right. It was Louis Armstrong.
Did you own Blockbuster in the 90s? Because you make a lot of dumb decisions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's where me and Rusty Ruggles, we were good
Has anybody
buddies
reached
because
out
of
to
that.
Rusty Ruggles to get him to listen to the podcast?
No.
Because I've added like all my Facebook friends, but I've like not added certain people.
I know, so I've done the exact same
Why
thing.
are we doing that?
Because we're super judgmental on ourselves.
Rusty, I'd like Rusty to listen.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. He loves fish.
He does love fish.
Yeah. And he used to always sing, bag it, tag it.
You've mentioned that
I
before.
know. Because it is literally a memory in my mind that I've never gotten rid of, and I don't know why.
Trey Anastasio. Yeah, he was a big fan of
Yeah.
Trey.
But anyway, Jamie Foxx was blind. Ray Charles had sight.
Okay. Got it. So, Disney
News.
Plus news.
Yeah. So they have, I've only got a couple things about them, but they have a Hawkeye series coming out. Starring-
Hawkeye and
No.
Falcon. That's the show. It's Hawkeye and Falcon on a buddy, like on the road.
Is it?
Yeah. it's-
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
All I read was that they have a Hawkeye series starring Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, and Anthony Mackie.
Isn't that crazy?
I think it's called Hawkeye and Falcon.
I think it's crazy that they're pulling in the actual actors because we really have never seen this before. And this is where DC fails because DC needs to get like freaking that one kid. What's his name?
I forgot Hawkeye and Falcon are in the Hurt Locker together.
Austin.
Jeremy
yeah.
Renner and Anthony Mackie were both in Hurt Locker.
I hated that movie.
What's the?
That was a good movie.
Grant
but
Gustin.
if
What
you're
are
in
you
the
talking
service
about?
and you're like, yeah, okay.
Because Nate's super serious about the military, and if there's anything wrong,
Why was that
Now
anti-military?
we only
I
seen
don't remember
one
that being
time where there was a
anti-military.
Hurt Locker. Type
it's
thing that
not
went down.
anti-military. It's just if they have certain things that are in the military wrong,
Oh, okay.
Nate's like,
Why did that just make
burn
me
it
think
down.
of this awesome?
Which I kind of agree with you. So.
There's only one Hurt Locker type thing that happened overseas, and it was whenever the Air Force guy crawled in that culvert and pulled out like 200 pounds of explosives.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, we were doing a range convoy.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't know why this made me remember, but I think one of my top 20 movies I just thought of just popped in my head.
Okay.
It's called The Siege with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I
And
saw
it was
it.
about like terrorists. They come to New York and they have like a cell of terrorists.
Yeah.
God, that movie was awesome.
Denzel Washington is such a good actor.
Yeah, The Fallen.
yeah.
Wasn't that Denzel Washington? The
I don't
Fallen?
remember that one, but I know John Q, Book of Eli,
Oh, Book of Eli. That was good.
Equalizer,
Equalizer,
I never saw that.
Flight.
Man on Fire.
Fallen. Fallen was the name of the movie with Denzel Washington. Supernatural detective thriller. Yeah. Anyway, that was a good movie too.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Hawkeye
Disney
and Falcon.
Plus. Yeah. Hawkeye and Falcon are the latest Marvel heroes to get a spinoff on Disney's new streaming service.
And then they confirmed a Scarlet Witch and Vision.
yeah, which is supposed to be
You know what they named it though?
now what?
WandaVision.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a romantic comedy type thing.
That's weird.
I wonder if that's going to be a show or just like a.
So do you think
little-
like Vision's gonna come hovering in at home and like open the door and say, "Honey, I'm home,"
Yeah, I
and like
do.
trip over the futon or like the ottoman
Yeah.
in the middle, like Dick Van
That's exactly
Dick Van
what I
Dyke
think
show?
it's going to be. Yep.
I just don't like the name at all. I don't like the name WandaVision. That's dumb. Doesn't that sound dumb to you?
Yes.
I'm glad you agree. I thought there was more to that. was like waiting as to why. And like,
sorry, I was looking at some other shows that are coming out, which I don't know if you have, which
No.
are amazing. You want me to read some of them?
Yeah, read them all. This is the news you can use.
Yeah. So there's more Marvel shows too. I believe there is a Winter Soldier show.
No way.
Yes, there is.
Please tell me Ed Brubaker's going to be on there as a writer.
Find the details.
Bring in Brew. Bring in the Brew. That's what we say because him and I are close. Hey, Brew, what up, bro?
I can't get my internet to work.
That's what we say. I'm just saying, when you're that close to someone, you can say what you want. I'm like, what up, Eddie Brew? And then we don't even fist bump. We like hit our forearms together.
Oh yeah.
We do the forearm thing.
Forearm.
And then we have
cross.
Then we have pizza.
All right. While this is pulling up, it will feature several new Marvel TV series, including Loki, starring Tom Hiddleston.
Wow.
His own show. Falcon. Oh, it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Aha. So you were wrong.
No, that's weird because it says Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier. So I wonder if all three of them are together. What? Disney Plus gets 2 new series based on Winter Soldier. Marvel confirms. We'll get more information on that in a second. But here's some other shows.
Is the same guy playing Winter Soldier too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
So they literally have all of the same.
Sebastian Stan. They're all the same
Bringing
people.
everybody back.
All right. So we got Loki show coming, which I love that.
Yep.
There's a show called Monsters at Work, so it's a Monsters Inc. show. That'll be good.
No way.
With John Goodman and Billy Crystal.
Holy crap.
And it's Henry Winkler, Aisha Tyler, and Ben Feldman, who's on that really good show that nobody watches called Superstore. That show's it's good.
I'm not crazy about it. I've watched it a lot. I have watched a lot. And there are very funny parts, but I don't think it's no Goldbergs.
Forky Asks a Question. It's a Toy Story 4 based show that's going to be coming out.
Forky. I'm not big on that character.
Yeah, but until I found out just now that it's voiced by Tony Hale, who is really funny stand-up comedian. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch of times.
He has?
Yeah.
I'll have to look him up.
There's a Mighty Ducks show apparently coming. I believe too, and it isn't in this list, but there is a new Sandlot show including the entire original cast of the Sandlot.
No, there's the main character of Sandlot was like in prison.
That's all I've heard from somebody else.
Might be out.
Who told you this?
My
What's
wife.
the guy's name?
My wife.
My wife.
My wife told me that.
Wow.
Why she knows that, I don't know.
Hey, Mar, you're wrong.
Disney Plus gets 2 new series based on Winter Soldier, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. So maybe the Hawkeye show is completely separate because this is called apparently Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's the way I read it. It sounded like it was just a Hawkeye series.
One miniseries is based on Loki, so these are miniseries. The popular villain in Thor, and the other is based on Hawkeye. So there's going to be a separate Hawkeye miniseries.
That's how they get those actors because they film it all as like a movie and then they're done.
Right.
They film it all as just like a movie and then they cut it into different episodes rather than them have to stick around for like an actual series show, like a TV show.
Right. We have Muppets Live Another Day, so another Muppet show.
I am not a big Muppets guy.
I like the Muppets.
They're good, but it's not anything that I would be like, ooh, gotta go see
I like
the Muppets.
the Swedish chef.
Yeah, he's good. An animal.
We got Be Our Chef. It's a cooking competition show starring The Office's Angela Kinsey. I don't know who that
She was Angela.
Oh, was it? Okay. Not my favorite character.
No, mine either, but I basically watch any cooking show.
It's going to be at Disney World. Anyway.
Maybe not. If
High
it's
School Musical, the series.
I won't watch that.
It's actually called High School Musical, the Musical. High School Musical, the musical, the series. That
could have
can't
done
be right.
better at that. Yeah.
I was way too old for High School Musical when that came out, so I don't know.
Agreed.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
I'll watch it. Done.
Sign me up.
If I just knew that they were doing only that show, I would still buy that for $59.
Since we're sadly never going to be invited over to Goldblum's house to hang out and muse about life, we're going to have to do it via his new show where he muses about life. According to Disney, Jeff pulls back the curtain on a seemingly familiar object to reveal a world of astonishing connections, fascinating science, and a whole lot of big ideas.
Wow.
including a sweet Jeff Goldblum jazz soundtrack.
He plays jazz.
I know, dude.
That's awesome.
All right, we're getting at least three Star Wars series, right? So we're getting The Mandalorian.
Yeah, The Mandalorian.
We're getting a Cassian Andor series.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Starring Diego Luna.
Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's going to be amazing, and it will also feature Alan Tudyk as
really?
K2SO. Yep.
Oh, yeah, K2SO.
That's going to be amazing. We get the Clone Wars coming back.
Oh, it is?
One of the most beloved shows of all time is coming back for, I just believe, a season or two.
I mean, how can you say it was one of the most beloved shows of all time when it wasn't?
Yeah, it was in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
There you go.
It
That's
was
all I needed.
Hugely, yeah.
I just needed you to say that because it wasn't.
If it's only about Ahsoka Tano, that's all I want.
Okay.
Because she's
Cool.
the greatest Star Wars character. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Diary of a Female President. A Cuban-American girl who will one day grow up to be president. But right now she's just a middle schooler, keeping a diary of everything that happened in her life.
Yeah. Yep, that sounds.
Not interested.
Kathleen Kennedy
There's
got
a
her hands
bunch
on
of
that
new
one?
stuff. I think this is an old article. They've announced a whole bunch of other things now, more recently, I believe. Well, this article came out today, so I don't know. But
This must be an old article.
The last
Oh,
3
it's
hours.
6 hours ago.
anyway, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy Disney stock before that happens because I think everybody will buy it.
Yeah.
And
you
look
should.
what happened to Netflix stock. I own Netflix stock when it went public. I bought like $200 worth, and I sold it for like $800 or $900 a couple years later, and I was jazzed about that until I realized like if you put $1,000 in Netflix at the beginning, you'd have like $200,000 now.
No way.
The stock, oh yeah, it's one of the biggest stocks.
Damn.
Disney's
Huge.
$129.90 a share.
I feel
Damn.
like
Went
that's
down
cheap.
2 today.
I feel like that's cheap. It just went up like 15% the other day.
$129.90 for one share.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went down 2% today.
Good. Keep going down.
1.63%.
Keep going down.
No R ratings will be allowed on Disney Plus.
It's
Really?
going to go up tomorrow, actually. They got a project.
It will launch in fall.
Family friendly.
It's going to have all of, like Frozen 2 will only be released on Disney 2 after a theatrical release.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you could still buy it on Amazon. And
Yeah, that makes sense. All of those movies will only be released there
yeah, they're getting
digitally.
all the movies, basically.
My gosh. This is going to be such a huge...
Line, we'll get to that.
I feel like this is the only company that can legitimately like drown Netflix. And by drowned, I don't mean that Netflix will no longer exist. I just mean that like they're the only ones that can really compete with what Netflix has done.
Yeah.
Because even with like Amazon Prime, yeah, they've got their own shows and they've got
thing
their
about
own
Amazon
thing
Prime is everybody buys it because it has other
because
benefits.
of the shipping.
Right.
That's
yeah.
it. Like that's it. So, and they have their own shows that are good. And they
I love
have
how
some
you can
movies that you
choose
can watch.
the
but
slower shipping to get $1 credit, though. I do that all the time.
you can. You
Yeah,
can-
if you choose not 2-day shipping, regular ground shipping, they give you a $1 credit
Oh, really?
to Amazon to spend on digital movies and stuff.
Huh.
So we do almost everything that we don't need right away is regular shipping. Yeah, we'll get like $10 a month in like
Dang,
credit.
I didn't know that.
And then you can pretty much rent a couple movies or buy a movie, whatever you want to do.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, because renting a movie is only like $3.
Netflix still has Marvel licensed. So
Yeah,
Disney
up-
will be
up
paying
to a
them
certain point.
$300 million a year to get the license back.
Like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to say? 300 million is a drop in the bucket.
Here's the
to a company.
only Marvel movies that will launch, though. Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, Thor: The Dark World. That's it. Other titles like Thor: Ragnarok, Black Panther, and Ant-Man and the Wasp will be available within 1 year. But it will be the exclusive home for Avengers Endgame. Everything will be downloadable off of the app, so you can download them onto your tablets.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Huh.
So you basically own them
Yeah, I mean,
until you stop
until stop paying them.
But I mean, it's not that way on Netflix because they go away after a while.
Unless it's a Netflix exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of movies that are not exclusive to Netflix, and they go away.
The Hawkeye series will be a series about Clint training Kate Bishop to become a young Avenger, according to Variety.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'll take it.
there will be animated Marvel series as well. The Mandalorian, obviously, is their big launch thing. And it looks incredible. The pictures look incredible.
Yeah, they do.
So anyway, there's so much more, but yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
So that's the Disney Plus news.
I got a bunch of trailer news.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get the big one out of the way.
Yeah. Lion King. No.
I actually didn't watch the Lion King trailer yet.
That's pretty good.
That's what Amy told me. It was really good.
It was. It looks good. It looks very realistic. Unbelievably realistic.
I meant to watch it.
They look like real animals.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
What? I wonder, is there lions in it or?
Actually, no.
No
They
lions.
put the peanut butter behind the lips.
It's like the Jaguar King.
It does look really good, but a couple of things confuse me by it. So James Earl Jones is back as Mufasa.
Oh, nice.
But why wouldn't you get back? Was it Nathan Lane who was Timon? Was it Nathan Lane?
Timon. Yeah, the meerkat.
That's the one you got to get back.
You do,
but they didn't. Doesn't sound like it, at least. Anyway, Lion King trailer looks really good. But yes, we've actually talked about the Star Wars trailer once before.
We have?
Yeah. On a long lost episode that we will release on our Patreon account.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, so we recorded an episode, a secret episode.
Me and Gerald
and
had a couple cocktails. At a local tavern.
Yep.
And at 2:00 in the morning, decided to record to come back here and record an episode until 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was long. It's a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, the sun was coming up when I got home.
Yeah, it's 2 hours long. It was the most ridiculous choice I've ever made in my life.
It ruined my weekend, essentially.
It did essentially ruin all of Saturday. And it's not like I didn't have anything to do. I had a lot to do on Saturday, and I had to be awake for it, and I didn't really sleep.
Yeah. Luckily, I slept until 10 a.m. and then woke up and had breakfast and then slept till 2.
What? How do you get to do these things?
We didn't have anything going on, except for we had some stuff after 4 o'clock. So
I'm trying to think of what I had to do.
He had to go get a chicken coop.
I don't even remember. I didn't even do that. I didn't even get it. She canceled on me, so I got to go. I'm not even going to get it until Friday.
I'm going to tell you, it was a ridiculous. I don't even know. I mean,
well, I listened back to like literally not even a minute of it tonight before we started recording, and I can't handle it. I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to listen to that back.
When we get our Patreon up and running, this is going to be our flagship content.
And
we recorded some Snarfioki.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's a new segment on there called Snarfioki.
Yeah.
And if Snarfioki's made its appearance before, in a podcast that is out. It's live right now. You'll have to search to find it because I honestly do not remember which one it is at this point. But there's a hidden track.
Yeah.
And it's great. Do you know, Nate?
Oh, really?
You never heard the hidden track, huh? That shows you what kind of fan he is.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a hidden track on one of the episodes, but you gotta find it.
Yeah.
And it is.
But we'll be rolling out some Snarfioki, probably not for a little while until things calm down a bit, but.
Right, because we're just so wild.
Snarfioki takes a lot of time.
It does take a lot of time. We take a lot of takes because we have to be perfect on our vocals, because we are professionals. Yeah. We're professional singers.
But let's get into it. The Star Wars trailer.
Yes.
Rise of the Skywalkers.
Rise of the Skywalker.
Rise of the Skywalker.
Right?
A title.
Yeah. Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. A title which I don't much care for, to be honest.
I'll agree with you.
What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I don't.
Is it like
that's what they named it? Okay.
Is it telling you that Rey is a Skywalker, or is
Well,
it
it has
saying,
to be, right?
Or is it saying like
To me, that is 100% Rey is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
And her and Kylo Ren are teaming up.
Yeah.
And they're both Skywalkers.
No, I don't think they're teaming up.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't know.
Do you think they're gonna have to team up against Emperor Palpatine?
Another big drop.
Yeah, and they don't say anything about him. They don't. You don't see him.
No.
You hear him.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's him, but are we sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Now, they have established in the Star Wars Expanded Universe books, which no longer are canon, they're legends, that Emperor Palpatine did, in fact, survive the events of Return of the Jedi, and also became...
Where would he have went?
He
is my
became basically a Force ghost.
So he died.
Well, but he comes back. He inhabits the bodies of clones, Palpatine clones, and then also other Sith things. So it's possible that Snoke was Emperor Palpatine the whole time.
Yeah, okay. And
That's true, but do you think
What
he would
if
be
Luke-
stupid enough to get his head cut
Luke
off?
could do something like that too. Maybe.
He could, or
Yeah, absolutely
So then
could.
have-
or the Emperor could
face-off.
inhabit Luke, and they could have a separate mini battle in the Force Ghost universe.
Well, that would be cool, but I don't think you'll ever see him inhabit Luke. Like,
How are they going to wrap this up in one movie?
I don't know.
The damage they did with The Last Jedi
Yeah.
is big.
it's-
Because I like The Last Jedi, don't get me wrong.
I do too.
But it took a story that was going in a direction and completely screwed it all up. And now they have one movie that they're supposed to figure this all out, and it's impossible.
I have watched it once. The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I was so
Really?
upset with it. Yep. I still have it. I bought it on Blu-ray, and then every time I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give it another chance, and I just sour.
I think there's stuff to like about it. There's
Yeah,
stuff
but
to
it
like.
just-
I like it a lot. I think
I actually enjoyed it
yeah,
quite a bit.
I do like it a lot. I don't have,
But it did totally screw up. Like,
Yeah.
they just took everything they established in The Force Awakens and just, like...
I know.
But maybe they had a master plan, and then we're going to find out.
And the
Yeah,
funniest
and that's
part,
what I'm hoping for.
one of the
I don't
funniest,
think so, though. I don't think they thought that
Yeah,
far
I
ahead.
think
I
it
really
was-
don't think this was storyboarded ahead of time.
no,
I think they let JJ do what he wanted, and then they let Rian Johnson do what he wanted.
And then now JJ's got to clean up.
And then
that's what
and
I'm
then he's
thinking.
back. I totally think they went to Rian Johnson and said, "Hey, you made that Looper movie, remember?
yeah,
Chris Harford put
loves
you
that Looper movie for some
in his
reason.
top in his Elite 8. So let's just let you do whatever you want to do, man. Just do whatever you want to do."
And he literally shit on everything that
That JJ
JJ did.
But
Yeah.
now he's getting his own trilogy.
One of the no,
Well,
that's
one's-
false.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not happening anymore. And supposedly that, I mean, even after Solo, having The Last Jedi and Solo really not get the greatest reviews, that they're gonna really pump the brakes on it. It's not gonna
They've
be
said they've actually came out and made an official announcement last week. We could talk about that. They are pumping the brakes on Star Wars movies. They will not be sticking to their original one-a-year timeline.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
Yeah, it's
news.
very devastating.
right. I think I'm gonna.
The plan was always, they
Go
had said,
home
we're
and-
going to make one Star Wars movie a year. Either part of
yeah, that's
the
what and
part,
they've been.
and they have been, and they are no longer doing that.
I wonder why. Because they can't find good
Because
enough writers,
Solo-
and they're burning through story.
Because Solo
like crazy.
cost $300 million to make because they made 2 movies. And then
Yeah.
they still must have
that's-
made their money back.
I guarantee
That movie had to make a ton of money. I
Yeah.
don't care that it wasn't very good.
Yeah, or maybe they're just seeing the writing on the wall of
I think
a
they.
miniseries.
But
as
honestly,
opposed to
I think
just a
they're
movie.
worried about oversaturation,
which
that
is
too.
which is a call,
which is yeah, it's totally something to worry
will
about.
happen. But
Solo only made $392 million. It had a production budget of
what does it matter to Disney?
$275 million was the production.
Why does Disney care about only making $29 million on a movie
Legacy.
when they make billions of dollars
Well,
a year?
that's a $125 million profit, not including marketing costs. So, yeah, it lost money.
Who cares? What do they? I don't understand why they care.
But they also aren't factoring in the merchandising, which
Yeah.
Solo had a lot of.
Right.
The franchising, so like that it was on a McDonald's cup. McDonald's paid for that cup.
Right,
Paid
exactly.
Disney to put that on the cup.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous when a company like that, that company is not going to go under or crumble, or people aren't going to refuse to watch any more Disney movies because Solo didn't score what they thought it was going to.
Well, of course, but that's not the only consideration. They can also look at it and go like, oh, okay, well, maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we just take 2 years between movies or 3 years between movies.
I don't know.
Make sure the writing's good. Make sure that everything.
I thought Solo was actually a pretty good movie.
I like Solo. I like Solo.
There's some ridiculous stuff about it that I hate, but there's some stuff I really like.
Yeah. And
really just him getting his name, that really annoyed me. And then like him being kind of a good guy. I didn't really like that.
Right, because he's not really.
Right.
Yeah. And the name
they
part
just could have done something way cooler with that movie, and it should have been an HBO series, or it should have been a Disney Plus series. That would have been way more interesting. But anyway, back to the trailer, which actually, by all accounts, looks incredible.
It looks absolutely incredible.
It really does.
The part where
the visuals in it are unbelievable.
She's running, and then like Kylo. Well, I guess you don't know, but you assume it's Kylo Ren inside the spaceship. What's that called? What type of ship is that?
I'm not sure. Like a TIE fighter modified?
It's like a modified TIE fighter.
I was pretty heavily intoxicated when I watched it.
Oh, well, there you go. He's like chasing her, basically. It looks like on a Tatooine or a
desert planet.
Yeah, some sort of desert planet.
It's probably what's the planet she's from?
I don't
Come on, Nate. You're supposed to know that. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, she's running. She lights up her lightsaber, starts running directly away from him. He's chasing her in a plane or ship, and then all of a sudden she jumps up, does a backflip. Looks like she's going to cut the ship in half.
Yeah.
Or cut off one of the wings, yeah.
No, she's going to have it.
It's directly in half.
Yeah, and he will survive somehow. But then I also saw like a real trailer, like like hashtag or like in quotation marks, real Star Wars Episode 9 trailer, and it was just her. It starts with her running, and you see like his hands on the little flight controls inside the ship, just like it was, and the ship coming up behind her, and then it just shoots like one cannon and blows her up. It's like, and then it's over.
Right, it's like that cartoon one that they do, like Star Wars in 10 seconds. When Obi-Wan's fighting Darth Vader in the Death Star. Have you seen this one?
No.
And he just takes his lightsaber and he just flips it over and he just drops it. And it just goes through every level of the Death Star until it hits the core and just blows it up.
That's funny.
There's so much stuff with lightsabers that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. There's
how they're
rules.
not cutting off their arms all the time.
Right. There's rules.
Oh, there's another one, Star Wars
do.
in 5 seconds, same one, where they're on Tatooine when Luke first gets the lightsaber from Obi-Wan and he's looking at it and he just presses the button and it just goes right through his head.
The universe's most powerful weapon stares right down the barrel.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know what it is. He can easily just go, what's this?
Yeah, dead.
Done.
That's funny.
But Lando's back.
Lando was flying the Millennium Falcon.
Billy D.
That's crazy.
I have an old poster advertisement that I purchased.
Colt 45?
A Colt 45 ad that I bought framed that says it works every time or something like that.
Yeah. 45% of the time it works every time.
Yeah. But the visuals are amazing in that. I just think it's cool. I heard some theories. You want to hear some theories?
Yeah.
The logo is purple. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
so Mace Windu comes back with a purple lightsaber.
People are saying it's purple. To me, it 100% looks blue, but people are saying it's purple.
Royal blue.
Then they're saying, okay, Star Wars The Force Awakens was...
I thought that was purple.
Yellow. It was traditional yellow.
Okay.
Which is light.
Yeah.
And The Last Jedi was red, which is dark side.
Uh-huh.
And this one is purple. A blending of what colors?
Blue and red.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Red and yellow, right?
No.
Oh, that'd be
what's
orange.
red and yellow?
That would be like pink or orange.
Well, that was a dumb theory.
Apparently, you don't know your primary colors.
That doesn't make any sense, Jerry.
Was that a gotcha that the theorists threw out there?
Maybe I'm getting the colors wrong. What's purple again?
Here's orange, and here's white. What does it make?
I have a pineapple.
Aquamarine.
Creamsicle.
No.
Push pop. All right, so
Fred
that one doesn't make
Flintstone
sense.
push
But I
pop.
did hear an interesting thing today, and I didn't really read the full article. But apparently, there's a guy on Twitter that like 4 years ago said that there was going to be a movie called Rise of Skywalker.
No. Is this some
you're
sort
gonna
of
have
prophet?
Mike, get on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mike Sheedy. Get it. Yeah.
You could do something.
Can't wait till
Listen to him.
can't wait till
clicking.
people realize that Mike Sheedy is our producer.
I know. And we keep him in a completely different room. Therefore, he doesn't get to watch or pay attention. He just has to listen to us, keep our levels
Star Wars
right.
fan predicted Rise of Skywalker title years ago. All right. His name was J.J. Abrams. No.
Yeah, his name is Robert Paulson.
Star Wars is living large this weekend, and it's thanks to the annual convention, which we didn't go to. Ridiculous.
No, we didn't.
It turns out that a fan beat JJ to the punch a handful of years ago. In the wake of the Star Wars title reveal, fans on Twitter were quick to buzz over the Rise of Skywalker. It did not take long before netizens began digging back to see if anyone had predicted the title. It seems that Gabriel Garcia did back in 2012.
Freaking Gabe.
I'm looking at his tweet. It says, Star Wars Episode 7, The Rise of Skywalker, The Emperor Lives.
No way.
Get out.
That's the tweet, November 21st, 2012.
Holy
What?
cow.
And it says, really, just check the tweet above for yourself. Over on Twitter, a user known as GabbyG4i made a post in 2012 trying to
Gabby.
predict the possible title of Star Wars Episode 9, but their guess of The Rise of Skywalker came into effect a few films later. Oh, they were trying to pick the title of
Episode 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The Rise, or she picked Rise of Skywalker, The Emperor Lives. Huh. That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
So
JJ talked about the title, by the way. The title feels like it's the right title for this movie. I know it's provocative and asks a bunch of questions, but I think when you see the movie, you'll see how it's intended and what it means, Abrams told fans.
Okay.
Anyway. I just
Along
think
with
that's-
every other movie.
Yeah.
Like, once you watch the movie, then you'll know what it's about.
I don't really.
Yep. Nailed it.
Yeah, well, and the other thing too is like it's called Rise of Skywalker, and it's implied that Rey might be a Skywalker.
Well,
Ben-
Which is, I'm
Maybe that's
assuming-
just what they want you to
exactly.
Right.
Everyone's going to assume that. Is that really the case?
think. Or
Yeah.
Kylo Ren turns good and he's the Skywalker that rises.
Or Emperor Palpatine is really the dad?
Skywalker.
well, I mean, the
Yeah,
theory is that
I mean, really.
Palpatine created Anakin. He figured it out before Darth Plagueis.
I thought, wasn't there a theory or something in one of the older books, which are, again, no longer canon, but that he wasn't even born Palpatine, that he was like born of the dark side of the Force or something?
Oh, really? Like he is part of the Force?
Maybe.
I don't know.
that.
How old was Plagueis? That
Maybe I'm thinking
because that
of
was his
Anakin.
master, right? So then maybe Plagueis
Well,
formed the
maybe-
Emperor out of the Force. And
That's
then
what they've said, but we don't know
Emperor
that.
created Anakin out of the Force.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Anakin was immaculate conception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So we
why
think-
that's
'Cause-
why the Emperor treated him like a son. Once
What was
he
his mom's
knew.
name?
Because of all the...
Flo.
Yep. Nailed it.
Maybe
Excuse
she
me.
banged the Emperor.
Shmi.
Shmi.
Oh, yeah,
No,
you're right.
that's the... Come on.
Excuse me, Flo? Can I have the soup of the day?
Anyway. Sounds like somebody be at Waits' Cafe, which is closing.
It is closing. Waits is...
So Star Wars trailer. Any last thoughts, Sir Gerald of the Verona
I'm
lands?
extremely excited about it.
I am too.
Like to the point where
Just-
I want it to be winter again.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is weird. Like that's strange to say, seeing as
Just
how
had
we...
winter 2 days ago, Gerald.
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm like, oh, I love how warm it is. Let it be winter so I can
Yeah.
watch.
Might
Star
as well
Wars.
just keep going.
No, I think it'll be really cool. I don't think we really honestly have an idea of what it'll be.
No.
I don't think it'll be Rey as a Skywalker. I mean, maybe she is. And
Luke
and
rises from the dead.
yeah, maybe Luke comes back.
You know, I think they
You
made
hear him talking.
an initial mistake with The Force Awakens because I don't think they fully knew what they wanted to do. I think they wanted to do a reboot of the franchise with new characters. And then they quickly realized that no. You need to do Luke and Leia and Han Solo. And that's the story that you need to wrap up. And then I think they realized that along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is the case.
Because I just don't feel like you've gotten enough of the new characters.
And you don't have... I wanted to see Luke, like, kick some ass.
Well, he kind of did.
Not really.
He stood down the entire...
He wasn't really there.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. I want to see him physically...
At full force.
I think he's going to be back in this movie. I really do.
He will be. Absolutely. Guaranteed. It's like...
As more than a Force ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some way.
Some way or another, I agree with you, but I don't know how that'll happen. And...
Yeah.
It
had to be implied... I mean, is he more powerful than Yoda? Because even Yoda never...
I think he's the most powerful Jedi of all time.
All right. So, I mean...
I think he becomes... And through the events of that movie, he becomes the most powerful. Because he had a lot of psychological problems he had to work through.
Right. Because of that.
Well, he had to tap back into the Force in general.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've established in some of the expanded universe books that he is the most powerful Jedi.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Jedi are going to survive this movie as an order.
Right. Because I don't think Rey's going to take up, like, I am a Jedi.
No, I just think they realize that the Jedi are just an opposite side of the coin of the Sith. And that's not balance.
Right. Oh, that's a good point.
Some more Mace Windu and, all the other more or less gray Jedi.
That's what I want to happen.
They can tap into that raw power of the dark side.
I want Mace Windu to come back. He didn't really die. And he gets a chance to kill the Emperor again.
There were some theories that Snoke was Mace Windu, but...
Really?
Yeah, they were dumb.
That's weird.
There's lots of theories.
Well,
yeah, that's why... Well, I think that's what ruined The Last Jedi for me, is that I started watching Star Wars Theory, and that guy has tons and tons of great theories, and he's always, like, daily content.
Yeah.
And he puts out some really good stuff. He actually did a small mini series type thing that has Lucasfilm approval. And it was... I think that's it was like a 12-minute type deal.
That's another annoying Disney thing, by the way. Lucasfilm was always big about letting people make fan movies, and there were like really good ones that get made. Disney is like, nope.
Yeah, so that's the thing. He got approval from Lucasfilm, and so he's like, all right, the guy's from Canada, and he's like, oh, great. So I'm going to do casting call, everything. He did the whole shebang, and it was going to be like a whole production type thing, and first time that he put it on, within 24 hours, boom, copyright strike, Disney.
Yeah.
And he had to like contact Disney. He's like, hey, I got approval from Lucasfilm. They're like, yeah, sorry, bud.
Yeah, we still show Lucasfilm before the movie, but it doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
But then I guess
means nothing.
Lucasfilm actually got Disney to drop the copyright claim on it. So it's up, but it left a pretty sour taste in the guy's mouth. It was going to be like a live action, but then now he's just doing it animated.
There was also some Star Wars trailers that dropped for some new video games that looked really cool.
Oh yeah, what was that?
There was a 3D, like an Oculus game about Darth Vader that looked really cool.
I didn't see that one.
Charles Soule, who wrote Star Wars, the comic book, had tweeted, and he said it's so amazing because he created a character for his book that is now like the main character of the video game. And he's like, I can't believe that I created a character for this comic book, and now it's like the main character of this video
isn't
game.
It like...
And there's a new regular one that's called something. Last Jedi, or Jedi, something Jedi.
Something Order, Jedi Order, right? The Last Jedi Order, or Young Jedi Order, or something like that.
It was popping up on my YouTube.
So
it looks really cool. I watched that one.
It's been a while since we've had some Star Wars games, man. I'm big
Force Awakens.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
That's what it was.
I knew it had something to do with Order.
I probably won't do the Oculus game, although I built my new computer Oculus ready, so I could. I just have to buy an $800 Oculus Rift. So, but they have a new Oculus headset coming out next year that doesn't need to be hooked to a computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'll see about that. Plus, they're releasing that for...
I know nothing about Oculus.
There's a PlayStation headset now, and they're releasing it for that, too. Anyway.
Okay.
Beside the point.
Right.
What else we got? I got another trailer.
I also have one. Go ahead.
There's a new Dora the Explorer movie.
Dora the Explorer.
Live action.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, have you not seen that trailer?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I have not.
Oh man.
Is
There's
it
so many-
ridiculous and stupid?
The only reason I know about it is because there were so many memes being made.
Dora and the Lost City of Gold. It looks terrible.
Why would
Oh,
they
yeah.
do this?
But Michael
does.
Pena's in it.
Yeah.
I like Michael Pena.
yeah, but I
being-
feel like he's a character or a guy that would be in something like that.
He's Dora's dad, and he's
Okay.
very in. It's Michael Pena playing
Yeah.
Michael Pena. Anyway, it looks stupid. That's beside the point.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know anything about Dora the Explorer, so
She teaches young children about Spanish.
right. Well, not in this movie.
No?
No, this is like a it's like a real movie. It's not like that. It's like
but-
like the new Jumanji movies. It's like
Yeah.
that.
Tomb Raider.
I like Jumanji.
Or like a tomb. It's like a kid's Tomb Raider, is what it is.
I tell you what, if you guys aren't watching Jablinski games, you need to be.
No, I am not.
Blinsky Games.
You're not aware of this either?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's Jack Black. He
Oh, okay.
created his own.
Yeah.
He created a different YouTube channel called Jablinski Games.
Yep, heard of it.
And he's like marketed it as he's going to have gaming videos, him just videotaping himself gaming every Friday. But the shtick is he never plays video games. Like he goes, like he's went to like a pinball and arcade place, and
He jammed
like he
with
takes
some-
his kids places and does things. But it's mostly just him eating and like being ridiculous. It's a really good, and the videos aren't long. They're like anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes at the most. And I don't know, it's really funny. And then he does like not necessarily behind the scenes, but he's filming Jumanji 3 right now, and it's just like him on set and him and his
I
stunt.
like that Jumanji movie.
Yeah,
That's
I do
good.
too. I thought it was really good. I was completely against it at first, and then
Why?
I don't, because I thought it was dumb. I
It's a
didn't
good
like
concept.
I didn't like the first one,
Ah, come
and
on.
then I
Oh.
realized like this really is nothing like the first one.
Of course, I
No,
wanted
it
that,
really is
that
not.
hunter's gun.
No, and then
I thought the first one was good.
Amy-
I bought the game. This year
Amy's
for
the one who
Christmas
told
for
me
cash.
like, "Hey, you need to watch this. It's really funny," and it is very, very good.
Anyway, we got to keep this moving along because where are we at here?
Okay, hour and 47.
Oh, I have
Oh,
another
nice.
hour's worth of things to talk about.
Well, we don't have that.
I really do.
I watched, or actually, Nate over here told me about, because we were talking on the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago about Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah.
And how he should have his own series and have his own stuff. And then Nate had texted me earlier this week and he said, obviously, you haven't seen the Pennyworth trailer.
No, a movie,
A series.
Series.
A
a
TV
series for
Epics. It's
Okay.
on Epics.
yeah.
But Alfred Pennyworth, he is the main character, and he's like a secret agent guy,
There you go.
and and
The
it's
Queen's
about
service.
the Queen's service. Is that
Well,
what it
yeah,
is?
I mean,
yeah,
in general.
and then it's about him meeting Thomas Wayne
Huh?
and being all like secret spy
I
guy.
saw the
Because
trailer.
he turns around and says Alfred Pennyworth, by the
Yeah.
way.
I
And
think I
that's-
saw the trailer for that.
I just saw it this week, and it was because Nate
I think
sent it to
I
me.
think we watched it Saturday night.
Oh no,
Yeah, I think we did.
no, we didn't.
Yeah, who plays Thomas Wayne? Somebody famous.
I don't remember.
I
Well,
didn't look it up.
We did not watch that.
Maybe
If-
not.
If we did,
no.
I'm never going out again. Because that's just ridiculous.
No, I don't think we did. No, that's I'll watch it. Maybe.
That's my last.
I don't know.
That's my last bit of news. I didn't look up
I thought
any.
you had another trailer.
That was it.
Oh, there was other trailers, but we'll save them.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, we got more. We got more podcasts coming up.
yeah.
So
There was a big
forever.
Yeah.
big release. We can't go in depth, but Game of Thrones is back.
Right.
Me and Nate have watched it.
Yeah.
We would love to talk about it.
I haven't had time to
But
watch
Jerry
it
has
yet.
not watched it, so we cannot talk about it.
Well, one of
we
my
can
other
next week.
favorite shows is called Peaky Blinders, and my wife finally realized that she needed to watch that show and started watching it and loved it right away. And I'm reliving that all over again through her, watching her watch it, and it's the best thing in the world.
Really?
Because it's so good.
Well,
I love that show.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones I thought was amazing because like this whole season, winter has come, and then the day it releases, the vast majority of the United States gets dumped with snow in the middle of April.
Is that not wild?
It's wild.
I
It's
think
crazy.
HBO just paid for.
I think they paid
cloud
for snow.
seeding and.
So Sunday morning, as it was like snowing, I woke up and saw it was snowing and whatnot, and didn't really think about it. And I had just made like a bunch of eggs and everything for the kids, and all of a sudden I like sat there a minute, and I turned around and I looked at Amy, and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Game of Thrones is tonight." She's like, "Yeah, so." And I was like, "Winter is coming." It's like, it's freaking snowing today.
Yeah, and
like,
then,
who put this on?
And then it snowed like all day.
all day.
It was one of those things like you figure in the morning,
Yeah.
you get some snow flurries.
Yeah,
but
I
it
was working
continued to
midnights.
snow all day, and then there was like the roads were shit.
That's wild.
And slushy, and
Yeah.
there was like 3 inches of snow on
There
the
were
ground.
snow plows out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was. Like, even Mother Nature is all about Game of Thrones.
Can we just get some initial reactions that are non-spoilers?
Okay, like this.
No. Like, can I? Me and Nate discuss our initial reactions to the show, non-spoiler.
Yeah,
related?
Non-spoiler.
Yeah, of course.
What did you think of it?
That was good. I thought it was.
I've seen
nice.
some things
It had a
on-
lot of nice symbolism going to previous shows, even back all the way back to the very first episode.
I think.
And-
Yeah, I mean, definitely, it was almost like a. I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna be honest, or I'm not gonna lie. It was good because it's always good, but they don't accomplish much in the show.
Yeah, but they're
They don't-
known for that.
They don't accomplish a lot. That's true, but they don't cover a lot of ground. And you keep looking, and you're like, guys, there's only 6 episodes left.
Yeah.
And I had initially thought they were all 90-minute episodes. That is not the case.
No.
Almost all of them are 1-hour episodes
Yeah.
until the last 2.
Yeah.
Huh.
Those
This one was
bastards
only
lied to us.
This one was only 54 minutes.
I was told before it was gonna be like, oh yeah, we're getting like 6 movies. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
like
not the
huge.
case at all.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But there is what I would consider a lot of wasted time and a lot of just like meet and greet for the benefit of meet and greet.
Well,
but I feel
meet
like
and greet for the benefit of
Further
these
story.
characters. Yeah, these characters can.
coming
Because
together.
some of them haven't seen each other in
Yes,
years.
yes. There's a lot of that. But there's some really, really cool stuff too. The very end I loved. I'm not even going to say it, but there's a great thing. Like the last scene.
Yeah.
It's just
I just like the symbolism in it.
There is a lot of
There's
symbolism.
a lot of symbolism. And
There's a couple theories thrown out there here about this season. These aren't spoilers, but is there a chance? It's the Night King, right? The Night King. Is that the guy's name?
That's
The bad guy?
technically his name, I guess.
There's a theory out there, or there's a hope that maybe he's actually the good guy, and these fucking humans are so horrible that they need to be wiped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that, the old, like, because whenever you think about it, like, they're just like a completely, like, meshed and ingrained society. Like, they're all working towards one goal, but the humans are all fighting. It's like Soviets versus the...
And and there's more of that in this one, too. You just get back to it, and you're like, oh, these freaking idiots.
That's kind of been my theory, because that's what George R.R. Martin, he says there's no such thing as pure evil.
Right.
And I'm just like, that's the hook.
Yeah,
Is
well,
that
I don't
the
think they're
Night
going to
King-
do that.
The Night
but
King is not necessarily evil. He's just taking back what was his in the past.
we'll see.
And
But
he finally had the means to take down that damn wall.
I wonder who the Night King is.
I believe we'll find out.
Yeah.
There
I'm
are
sure
a
we
lot
will.
of theories,
I
but then
think-
again, I stopped with all theory things. 'Cause
You
you
did?
know,
Oh,
you know how much
gosh,
I love
Nate.
theory stuff.
This
and
dude-
I
Th-
stopped.
There's no
cold.
the
After-
problem with Game of Thrones is you can't make theories because they're writing it as they go.
Yeah, I know.
There's not a grant. These aren't. And we're way past the books here.
Right, but theories based off of
Now
the way everything's
I believe
playing.
maybe some of the theories could play into the minds of the writers as they're writing it.
Oh, sure.
I think that happened on Lost, for example.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. They've
So
said
Game
in,
of Thrones is all a dream?
they've said in Lost that they had no idea where that show was going season to season as they were writing
Right.
it, and it was about several years before the end of that show where people were saying they're all dead. And then that's what happened. And
Since
I had heard a story.
everybody got that nice little
Spoilers.
thing to say.
I heard a story about that's why Brian K. Vaughan left the show as a writer.
Is it?
Because
he left early on, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but they were like making things up as they go.
Because they had no idea it was going to be that big of a hit.
Well, sure. I'm just saying, like, he didn't like how they were doing it.
Yeah,
because
right.
it was like
it wasn't
not
storyboarded out and planned out. And I feel like I don't know. I want to talk more about it because there's so much to talk about.
Next
episode. We'll talk
We can
about
talk
Game of
about-
Thrones. We'll talk about both episodes.
Yes, and I think, and I've been waiting for these moments of Game of Thrones to be out so we could talk about them on this
Wait,
podcast.
isn't it your birthday pretty soon?
Next week, next Thursday.
Endgame's coming out.
The day after my birthday, or the night of my birthday, really. We could go watch it.
Okay, so quickly before we get into what's in the box, we might run a little late here. But
1:55.
yeah, we're not going to make 2 hours.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. But that doesn't matter anymore, right?
I will
it's a
save. One thing I wanted to talk about really quickly was the massive Hellboy flop.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
was it?
good. And it's not getting good
Getting
ratings.
awful reviews. It's 15% in Rotten Tomatoes.
man.
People are hating on it. People hated on this before it was even out because of the trailers.
Yeah, which I thought was dumb. I thought the trailers
I
looked
thought that
cool.
was dumb too. I thought the trailers looked awesome, but they're hating on it because this is where they screwed up. They came out before they even released the trailer and said, "We're making this just like the comic books."
Right,
It's
and
going
Mike
to be-
Mignola was involved.
I know, and he's involved in it. And he's like, "Yes, it's going to be just like the comic books. It's like what you've been reading for years."
But
And
talk about a dense story to do in a movie.
apparently, it's not following the same traits. Like some of the things are the same, but not. the
Here's my big
majority.
takeaway, and I'm not going to see it in theaters. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
won't.
not going to happen.
Yeah, I
There's
won't
too
go
much
either.
going on right now.
Correct.
Here's why it failed, in my opinion. First of all, terrible reviews are keeping people away, but
Yep.
it's sandwiched between Shazam, which apparently is all of the money,
Yeah.
versus Endgame. It's like bookended by
Yeah.
Endgame and Shazam, so it's right in the middle. People can only watch so much stuff. B, it's rated R, which we've seen can work.
It can work, but
I mean, we're sitting here right here. We
franchises-
are the perfect audience for a Hellboy movie.
yeah.
But when
absolutely.
you put it between, it's not
Absolutely.
really for a younger audience because,
no, most people don't want to take their kids to that.
right. So when you put it between Shazam and Endgame, it's just not going to work.
It's not. Yeah.
But here's the takeaway that might be good. They only spent $50 million on this movie. It was a low budget movie.
oh wow.
So it made like 12 to 15 million on opening, domestic and opening. So it can, yeah, but 50 million budget's really low.
yeah, it is, and I know they
And they
did a
didn't
lot.
advertise much. That was another thing.
No, it didn't have much advertisement at all. I like David. What's his name? David Harbour.
Yeah, I do too.
He was on
I really like Mike Mignola.
ID. What is it? ID 10T, the new Nerdist podcast, basically Nerdist. He was on there, and it's really good. He's hilarious.
I don't think it has launched international yet. So it just came out.
Oh, okay.
So it's made $13 million domestic over its opening weekend. It could totally, because it's one of those ones that you might wait to see. A lot of people are going to wait to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could totally do a lot better than that this weekend when there's not much competition
Which is rare.
before Endgame comes out, and then it's going to absolutely drop off. And who knows when it goes international. I'm just saying, on a $50 million production budget,
Yeah.
they can
I
financially
didn't realize
be
it
all
was
right,
that low.
which is great. They need
That's
to
incredible.
make more movies with low budgets.
I agree. I agree.
So that was one thing I wanted to quickly talk about. I'll see it, but probably not till it comes on a video.
Can I tell you what I watched? What I've been
Go
watching
ahead.
this week?
That was what I was getting into next.
So there's one show that I started watching, and I'm in like the middle of season 2 now.
Yeah.
I think I'm three episodes in season 2, and I was gonna watch a bunch last night, but Amy was wanting to watch Peaky Blinders. I was all about it. I started watching Crashing.
Oh, that is so good.
It is so good. I didn't realize how incredibly, like, I don't know, it's so different because he's so wholesome. Like Pete Holmes, right? That's his name, Pete Holmes.
Yeah, Pete Holmes.
Is like an incredibly wholesome person that is like thrown into this world that he wanted to be in. He wanted to be this stand-up comedian, but just was not prepared for what he had to do. And rightfully so, because he was basically thrown out on the street in one day out of nowhere because his wife is a cheater. And it's hilarious, like how he meets Artie Lang, and Artie Lang all of a sudden becomes his buddy, and he's out there just trying to like make a living as a comedian and finding all these people. When you explained it to me about like running into these other comedians, I was kind of like, how is that possible? Like, how do you make that believable?
Right.
Like that's happening to him. But man, they do it. They do it really well. And like Sarah Silverman coming in and like fostering him in his home. And one of my favorite parts is when he comes back and she tells him about being a warm-up comedian for a TV show. And he goes and does it for the Rachel Ray show. Comes back. He gets the job. Spoilers. But when he comes in and he tells them, she's like, yeah, that's really great. But I feel like you kind of failed with the whole like telling us you got it thing. She's like, so why don't you go back out, redo it, and come in. And then when he comes in and he does it, and they all like get real excited, but then there's this whole montage of like celebrating the fact that he got this job, and they're like spraying like whipped cream around and like throwing food everywhere. It was really funny the way they put that together.
It's a fantastic show.
Yeah, it's really good.
You're on what, season 2?
Yeah, I think I'm on 3.
There's three seasons, right?
Yeah.
And it's a quick watch.
They're
half-hour episodes.
35 minutes each episode, which it's probably 30 minutes.
And there's like 10 episodes per season.
The first one was 8 episodes.
Yeah.
The first season was 8 episodes.
I hope they
I'm not
keep
sure
going
what
with
the
that
second.
show. I hope they really do.
It's really, really good.
And I think season 3 might be the best even so far. Season 3 is...
He's got to be getting like established a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
I
don't know how long you can keep it up where he's like a nobody.
No, he gets a big break. You'll have to watch it.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay. I really like it too when he goes to the Rachel Ray show, and that guy he immediately like discovers that they tell him right off the bat, like, don't tell him you're here to be a warm up, like behind the warm up that's already on the show. Like, don't let him know that's what you're here to do. And he basically immediately reveals that he's there just like taking notes just to see what he's doing. And the guy loses it. And he goes out and starts immediately like cussing out the audience because he realizes he's being replaced. He really wasn't, but he thinks he's being replaced. He cusses out the whole audience and tells them how terrible they are. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. You need to watch that show. If you don't have HBO, get HBO.
Yeah.
Just watch that show and then cancel your subscription.
Well, I'll wait till Game of Thrones is over.
Right.
And then watch Silicon Valley.
Correct.
And then catch up on the season that just started for Barry.
I need to watch Barry too.
It's so good.
Is it really
I haven't
good?
watched season 2 yet. There's 3 episodes out.
I've wanted to watch that.
Season 1's incredible.
I've wanted to watch that since I saw like a trailer for it.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it.
HBO, man. They're on their shit.
They're doing a lot of good things on that.
I can't wait to watch Chernobyl.
Oh.
Everyone dies.
I don't know what that is.
Chernobyl, though.
No, I mean, I know what that is. Is there a show?
Yeah. It's a miniseries.
On HBO?
Yeah.
Like a documentary or?
It's, more, not a documentary, but it's a show about how Chernobyl went down, the Soviet reaction to it. Like,
do you get to see the elephant's foot?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I'll watch that. There's another one on there too, the Defiant ones. It's like Dr. Dre, and it's a documentary on like Dr. Dre.
Oh, really?
And Jimmy Iodine.
All about Dre?
Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Okay. That's literally the only thing I've watched, basically.
I've watched a bunch of stuff, but we're not going to have time to go into it.
Yeah. You saw Shazam.
I saw Shazam.
We can't talk about it yet.
We got to wait for you?
Yeah.
Can I give you my initial reaction?
I don't know, because it's going to skew
It might skew it.
my reaction.
Okay, I won't.
I don't want to hear it.
I will just say it was a lot different than what I was expecting.
Okay. You had told me that.
Yeah, I told you that.
All right off the bat.
And I told you not to bring your kids.
Yeah, that's what really surprised me.
Man.
Oh, man.
Grady was so bummed.
That was a big
like,
mistake.
watch the
He
kid.
was. He was bummed.
Sorry, bud.
Because I was talking about Shazam. He's like, yeah, let's go see that. And I was like, apparently I can't take
Well,
you.
I don't know. How good is he with scary stuff?
No, not at all.
Then do not go to that movie. No.
Not at all.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, he does
I
not.
told Jerry we should have litmus tests with some of the old 1980s, early 90s, like movies that we grew up with, like
Right.
Willow and
Yeah.
was it Secret of Nim? I'm like,
No, it's just
tests.
way scarier than those.
oh wow.
Cash and Bryce white knuckled it through the thing.
How did they do that? Well, I asked Grady if Bryce talked about it at school because they're in the same class. And he looked at me. He's like, no. Was he supposed to? I was like, well, no. I just thought he would bring it up
Halfway
at school.
through that movie, I remember Cash was pretty good. One of the problems is we went to see it in IMAX.
Yeah, which is huge.
Which is
in
loud.
your face.
It's more the noise. It's more the sound.
Yeah.
But at one point,
Really loud noises can be completely like unsettling.
I think it really changes the dynamic of the movie. I think it would be a lot better in a normal theater.
Okay.
We actually brought Cash to Last Jedi in IMAX, and we had to leave 5 minutes in. It was just too loud.
Oh, no way.
Too loud.
Oh.
We actually left New Lenox IMAX and drove to Joliet and watched it in Joliet. That right there.
Really?
Yeah. We got our money back. I mean, I went and told her, I'm like, it's too loud. They gave us our money back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I'm not going to go into it anymore, but we'll have to review it. We got to review it. Got to review it. There's a lot to talk about. in that
Shazam.
movie.
Okay.
Shazam. It's definitely worth watching. So I'll
Oh,
put that
I'm
out there
going
right now. Go see it in the theaters. I
Yeah.
think it's worth seeing in the theater.
Okay.
Watch it tomorrow, Gerald.
What's tomorrow? No, I got a baseball game.
I've been trying to do a Dumbo review, but we're not. I keep not getting to it because I saw Dumbo.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's not that important. Just Michael Keaton's really good in it.
Is he?
Of
course he is.
Interesting
Michael
in it.
Keaton.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Michael
Keaton's good at
Keaton
everything.
and what's the dude's name that made the movie? Come on, it's a Tim Burton movie.
Oh yeah.
It's a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, it's a Tim
It
Burton
is?
movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Michael Keaton and Tim Burton teaming up again.
and Danny DeVito's in it.
Danny DeVito's
Oh,
really
and
good.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's great in it.
Tim
Oh,
Burton.
okay.
Batman Returns. All three
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
basically a Batman Returns sequel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Batman Returns.
And what's
again.
the other guy? The Irish guy. He was pretty good. Colin Farrell. He was good in it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
cast was pretty good in it. We'll talk about it another time. It's not that important. It's
Okay.
Dumbo. Whatever.
Yeah.
I got Aquaman on Blu-ray in the mail.
Nice.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh.
That's it. That's all what you're watching. I've been watching American Idol, but I can't really talk about that
I haven't been.
because
So.
none of you people care.
I do, and I want to watch it. I just always forget.
I will just say one thing about American Idol. I've watched the first maybe 2 seasons of American Idol years and years and years ago. I've never really watched it since.
Oh, yeah.
This season, these people that are in it now, the top 10, are incredible. Like, every one of them is incredible. And you're watching it and you're like, I would just watch this to see these people because they're so freaking good.
And I have to say, like, I've watched every single season except for the last 2.
Oh, you're missing the best one.
Well, okay. And that's what I was going to say is that the first, like, even in the top 10, there's always like 2 or 3 at least that you're like, I don't think they should have been here.
Absolutely
You know,
not this time.
There's a few standouts, and that's about it. But like you've said, like, apparently all 10 of them
There's
are.
at least 5 that are legitimately spectacular, and then 5 that are extremely good. There's probably 2 on there that I think are legit musical geniuses
What?
that will be
You're going to
famous
throw
no
out
matter what.
musical genius.
There's this one guy, Alejandro, that is
Alejandro.
the last.
Alejandro.
Put it this way. This last episode, he did an original song of
Okay.
his.
I mean, others have done that.
2 of them did original songs.
Yeah, but I mean, in
There's
other
2
seasons,
Out of
they've done
those
that.
2, who won?
They usually
Did they both
fail
win?
at it, though.
No, okay. This Alejandro guy, he's like the first several times he's done it, he's been like hipster. He's got his guitar and just amazing performances.
Yeah.
Then the last one, he's like, well, that's not the only thing I do. He plays like every instrument brilliantly. First
Okay.
off, and he's like, I'm really into electronica music and DJ stuff. So he had a DJ booth out there, and he did the whole song, running the DJ booth, doing the synthesizer and the drum machine at the same time.
Wow.
And he did and it was a completely different style of music. And then the last one, where he did his original song, he did it on the piano, like
Okay.
an incredible.
Yeah.
But it was like The DJ one was a Drake song. This one original that he did on the piano was his original, but it was also like kind of an electronica tech,
Yeah.
that kind of music.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Really
Okay.
incredible guy. And then there's this other dude, Jeremiah, who's like he grew up. He's
Amish?
a music teacher.
Oh.
Really religious, and
So he is Amish.
well, he came out as gay, and his family disowned him.
So he is Amish.
But now the family's back on board.
Oh, okay,
So-
because he's famous.
But he's incredibly talented.
Nice.
There's a bunch of really good ones. It's good, man. I can't, it's a good show.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
No, that's what you've been watching.
Cool. Nate, you watch anything?
No.
No. You watch YouTube and that's it.
I did watch The Lobster. That's the one that stands out the most. Colin Farrell. It is.
That's supposed to be really good.
Wow. It is
Weird.
very.
Yeah.
But
We like
man,
weird.
is it a dark comedy?
Oh,
I
it
think
is.
I sent you the trailer.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen the
been
trailer.
wanting to
I
see
just,
that movie for it's a couple years old now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
saw the trailer
Colin
right when
Farrell's
before it ever came out.
I wanted to go see it in theaters.
Yeah, and I remember
Oh, man,
I remember
it's
liking
so
the trailer,
dark.
but I was like, I'll watch it whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I never really saw it again.
No.
I put that in the vein of what was that movie that was a kind of a dark comedy?
Swiss Army Man?
Yes, that one.
Okay. I didn't watch it, but I could see it.
That was pretty weird. No, but there's one Kevin Smith's always talking about it, and then I watched it, and it's called Colossal.
Oh, I saw that.
I thought that was pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Because that's with Jason Sudeikis. Yeah.
And
I remember. And they like control monsters.
Yeah.
And they walk around on the playground.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they like fight each other because it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a really cool premise.
And what's the girl in it? It's a Devil Wear Prada girl. What's her name?
I don't
Anne
know.
Hathaway? Is it Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
It is Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. You're right. I forgot about her. That is a really good movie. Now that I think about it, the more and more I think about it. He owns a bar.
I watched that on an airplane somewhere,
Oh, really? You're a world traveler. That's why.
I guess.
No, you are. Absolutely.
No, that's all I got. Are we doing what's in the box, or are we saving the what's in the box?
I think we should save it.
I think we should save it too.
Yeah, we're over. We're over on time, and we're always over on time because people want us to only do like 50 minutes. So
Yeah.
too bad.
Too bad.
This is Snarf Talk, and you're gonna live with it, and we're gonna spoon feed it.
Next
to you.
week, Snarf Madness Championship.
Championship
The final.
round. Who's gonna win?
I don't know.
I already know.
I'm super excited.
And I don't now. Actually, I just changed my whole game.
No, you know
tonight.
who's going to win your bracket, but who's going to win the challenge?
Oh man, no, I don't know.
And we
that.
need to decide what kind of gift card they're getting.
Right. Oh, I thought we did. I thought it was gonna be Oogies or Boodlers.
Boodlers, neither of which exist anymore.
Oh, okay. So we can't do those. I
Oogies is
guess.
gone, right?
Yeah, Oogies is done for.
All right.
We'll
We'll have to substitute Oogies for like Dave's dogs.
Oh yeah, solid Dave's Dogs. They've got like dollar specials, don't they?
At Dave's dogs?
on Tuesdays.
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, that's in Morris. I'm thinking of the other one in Joliet. What's that called?
Bob's dogs.
No.
Oh.
What is?
Dante's dogs?
It's right on 52 in Jefferson.
Yeah.
They got good hot dogs though.
In any case, for Snarf Talk episode,
21.
I've been Chris.
I'm always Jerry.
Special guest,
Nate.
Pagoda.
young Nathan.
Young Nathan. Beardless Nathan. Baby.
So cold.
Hey, we'll see you later.
See you later.